letters, and they sitting there trying to talk to the women like, "Yo, what we doing?" It's like, man, y'all finna mess around and get in some trouble.
You already know what got on. Hey, man, you ready?
Let's do it.
Squad. I mean, it's been turning up with her. The girl around us and she loving her. If we don't know you, don't go close to her. If you with your girl, let me hear you say what?
Good afternoon, good evening, good night. This is season 5, episode 12 of the Read, Talk, and Listen podcast. I'm your host, Nick Reed, along with my brother and co-host, Trey Reed. How you doing tonight, man?
Bro, I'm good, man. Feel like we've been gone for a long time.
Yeah, I know 1 week off throws off the whole schedule. It throws off the whole mood, the whole steamboat, the whole push to do it some more and everything, bro. I hate taking a week off.
I know.
But life happens, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, we don't do this full time yet. We ain't getting paid yet, so sometimes we gotta take a little day off.
Exactly, man. Exactly. Unfortunately, man, I'll take the blame for that. It was my fault that we missed last week. You know, I was the culprit to not doing the show. Even whenever I was done doing what I was doing, Trey wanted to kick it live, and I was just like, no, it's over, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I was listening early because I've been thinking about that episode. I was like, hey, I can't wait, boy. I had the thumbnail made Sunday.
Exactly, man. Exactly, man. I wanted to, but couldn't do it, man. Hey, shout out to my guy Killer Cam in the back, man. You can't forget about him.
For sure.
You know, we just had some other duties last week we had to fulfill that stopped us from getting.
The boy is looking crispy this evening.
Yeah.
Hey, hold on. Let me stop this for just a second because I had something in my head. I was going to do it last week because it was going to be right on time, and then I ain't got to use this line. But imagine if we got paid for this dumb shit. Would you go ahead?
I'm telling you, man. Hey, it's coming.
He,
though. I'm telling
he
you,
know
it's
what I'm
coming.
talking about.
It's coming. It's out. Yeah. So that's why I can't mess with y'all.
He's in trouble.
But man, what's been going on with you, man?
Oh man, just you already know, man. Dreaded Archer doing podcasts, man, linking up with cats. You know, just putting out as much content as possibly can. Getting ready for upcoming turkey season already started, so I need to be getting ready to go out and maybe put down one of these thunder chickens.
Okay.
Had a bomb episode with Miss Julie McQueen. She's the president of Carbon TV, if y'all don't know. And
Boss.
oh yeah, the boss. And she
Both.
was like, hey, the Dreaded Archer team need to come up and take over the headquarters for, you know what I'm saying, for a weekend or so. So we gotta get that trip planned out.
Watch what you ask for.
Hey, no, I'm telling you, because she was like, I've been trying to get content creators for Carbon to come up and do content and film content, at the headquarters, but no one takes me up on it. I'm like, hey, I'm the wrong one to be to be
Exactly.
open that door open, because I get my foot in. All the homies gonna be in. We all gonna be in that Joker.
Security gonna be like, can I help y'all? Look no further, fellas. You found them.
We here.
Exactly. Hey, make sure you keep an eye on those Dreaded Archer fellas.
Julie sent us.
Most definitely, man. Hey, it's been crazy around here, bro. Work has been kind of wild. We had a bunch of rain out there for a second. Now the rain has moved out. Actually, we got a little bit more rain coming this weekend, but the rain had moved out for a second, and we were just like bam, 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 bam. Track me, baseball, baseball, track me. So, softball, softball. You know what I'm saying? Like it just came, right? Exactly, man. So it got kind of hectic. We had to skip a week, but we back like we never left. You know what I'm saying?
Always, man, always.
Exactly. Hey, if you tuned into the podcast right now, please hit that like button, that share button, and if you're over on the YouTube, please hit that subscribe button. We're trying to run it up. Shout out to the YouTube because we are running up. The views are getting higher on the YouTube, and we've had like 10 or 15 new subscribers come over to the YouTube channel. I know y'all slowly making y'all's way over there. Hey, I promise you the water's fine. Y'all can go ahead and dive right in. Shout out to everybody over here on Facebook. We're up 200. We're up 200 followers on the Facebook page as of 2 weeks ago. So shout out to y'all on that right there, man. Shout out to the Instagram, man. We're up, I believe 400 or 500 since the Air Max Day video.
Stupid.
Yeah. So shout out to y'all over there on the Instagram page, man. Hey, Now I just need the interaction, comment, talk to me. I promise you, I talk back.
Exactly.
All right.
Zach Doty, I see you lurking over there with the likes. We appreciate it. Go ahead and say hello.
Most definitely, man. But yeah, hit that like button, man. Comment, and then share this thing tonight, man. Let everybody know what you watching, where you watching, and why you watching over here at the Read Talk and Listen podcast, man.
Stop treating us
You are
like the
now
side
tuned
chick.
in to the RTL podcast.
There he is. There he is. There, my boy.
With that being said, he said, "Howdy, fellas." Yeah, you know my boy. He from the pockets. Like I like to tell him, he from the pockets of Arkansas. All right, you don't never know where he gonna be at, man. He from the pockets. But first things first, man. And this one's kind of close to me and Cam now because we had to do some other work, man. NFL draft coming up. You know, huge deal. A huge deal around the entire country, obviously, especially near and dear to us because we love sports. We love football for sure. Um, and me and Cam actually recently got to sit down with two 2023 NFL draft prospects and do some little interview stuff, man. So that was cool to get their backstory. You know what I'm saying? It was like we was in an empty indoor, right? But it felt like, you know what I'm saying? Like it was just emotion was in there. You know, they was coming from the heart with it. Obviously, we took them back to the office and put our little spin on our time. You know what I'm saying? And those videos are out right now on Touchscreen Game Day if y'all want to go check that out, man. But that was cool, man. And I'm ready. I'm ready to see what actually transpires in the draft this year.
Oh yeah, it's the one event that I look forward to that I actually sit down and watch it through. As far as like the first and second round, and then you know what I'm saying on a Saturday, you just you have it on TV and as you're walking through the house, you know what I'm saying you kind of glance and see who getting drafted. But it's a big event, and most people just kind of overlook it. It's like, oh, okay, these guys are going to play football, but if you like really think about it, man, these guys are going from being broke ass college students to millionaires in just like with and it's a phone call.
But
A phone call's made and boom, they're a millionaire. Straight up.
he said you owe me for taking off. Brett McPherson said I owe him for taking off last Wednesday. Lost out on free OT. My bad, man. My bad, Brett. I'll make it up to you, man.
Hey, he called me. He said, "Man, I didn't go into work tonight because I wanted to watch the RTL on my recliner."
Hey, but shout out to Brett McPherson, man. Loyal fan ever since he just stepped through the door, man. Hey, shout out Kiki, man. Ken Rochelle. What's good, family? What's good, man? Everything good over here, man. Everything good over here. But I want to ask you this because you just mentioned a real good thing, a really good point right there, and that a lot of these guys are going from being broke college students. This is where we've been saying this for a while, but does that change now? Because a lot of these guys aren't broke college students. A lot of these guys especially the guys that's going to go in the first 2 days, they already got the bag.
I mean, they got the bag, but they getting a bag. I mean, you know, it's like I guess for guys like us, if we got a couple $100,000, we be out the roof. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure they are too. But now they going from a couple 100,000 to as soon as they sign their name on that dotted line, they getting, you know what I'm saying, 25 mil. You know what I'm saying, 75 mil. Like they seeing some real money, some generational money. You know, in one sit, just boom, they sign their name and boom, it's done. You know what I'm saying?
This truck straight cash. I got
Cash
enough
money.
Newports to last my family the rest of our lives.
Yeah, I mean it's like that, and I think like when you look at how the media cover it, you know, they leave that part out. They just just a game, but no, it's not just a game. Like, and people get upset and they're like, oh man, these guys are crying. I mean, just playing football. But you don't understand, they've been doing this thing since probably they were like 6. You know what I'm saying? You got cats that was probably telling their mama when they was, you know, 5 and 7, hey, when I make it big, I'm getting you a house, mommy. I'm mom and daddy, I'm gonna retire y'all. And a phone call was made and they look over and say, hey, y'all ain't gotta work no more. And that's like the best feeling in the world to have.
Exactly. And we are, if you played a sport and you were one of those guys in a sport, you all sat there and had that conversation with your family or had that conversation with the homies sitting there one night or whatever. Like, hey, one day, hey, I promise you, we're gonna be straight. Off of me doing this. That boy Big Hoop. So hey fam, how y'all doing tonight? Hey, we doing good, man. How y'all doing down there? How you doing over there? What? But no, you sat there and you had that conversation with those people. we're gonna make it. We're gonna get there. So I
Yep.
understand all the emotion. I was just saying, maybe is there gonna be a little less emotion? Because if you are a college student, a college athlete, wherever you going to school and you on scholarship, your housing is being paid for, whether you own or off campus, getting a little stipend check, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is. Now you add NIL into the mix. You've been taking care of the family for 2-3 years now.
Yeah, but I think the emotion of just you made it. You made it to the league. You know what I'm saying? You made it. I'm here now. I'm good. Like the bag is officially secured. We straight now. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of those like once you hit that achievement level, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I'm here now. I finally did it. All this hard work finally paid off.
So I don't mean to interrupt you, cut you off.
You
Like
good.
with the NIL deals, we obviously know the bigger name athletes are obviously getting the bigger deals and whatnot. I guess every one of them structured differently, but like how guaranteed, forbid something happens to one of these athletes in college, you know what I'm saying? And they have, what kind of guarantees come with this NIL money? Is that just kind of you're the guy right now, so let me put you on, or
I mean,
I've always wondered
I
how that
guess
works.
it all depends on what kind of agent you got or how you work your deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want them cats that are real business savvy and you got everybody around you business savvy, you can be like, hey, look, you know what I'm saying? I'm playing at Alabama. I'm the starting QB. Y'all gonna give me $5 million, and if I do this many commercials, I mean, I don't know. You work the deal out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Everybody works their own deal.
I guess what Surratt said is kind of what I was alluding to. They have been taking care of the family. They have been in a position to have the better things in life that they may not have had growing up, or mama ain't got to work as many hours, or whatever the case may be. But when you get that call on draft day, it's you made it. It's official. It's concrete. And like Surratt said, that's the prestige. You at the top of your game now. You've reached the epitome. It's time to lay back and do your thing, show them all what you've been working hard for, and get paid for it.
Yeah. I mean, I think for me, if I would have gotten the goal, my goal would have been make it 5 years. If I can make it 5 years, I'd be straight.
And I think that's pretty much. I think that's pretty much everybody's. Goal, because I think 5 years when you set, you're gonna get that check. That check gonna come from the NFL every month or every quarter, however they doing it. But you're gonna get that check regardless after you're done playing. Zach Doty says, I mean, they need to guarantee money for say they break their necks or something. Most definitely, man. Yeah, if they go out there and get hurt, they need some guaranteed money. But I bet you but most of the NIL deals that I've actually seen are structured through social media, and like it'll be over that year. You know what I'm saying? Or it'll be over in 25 posts, or it'll be over in 120.
I think it's year to year, depending on, like I said, what kind
of
deal.
It's like post by post and thing by thing. You see what I'm saying? It's not really like, all right, we're gonna lock you in, because they don't know how long these kids gonna be here, or you know what I'm saying, whatever. So it's not like we're gonna lock you in for 3 years at this rate. It's like we're gonna give you this amount of money for you to show up at 5 events and do 50 Instagram posts. Yeah. Bam, here go the bread. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely they definitely have a structure where everybody wins. You see what I'm saying?
So nobody gonna take it with that. That's the way it should be. That's that's good.
Dylan Surratt says they need base NIL and then incentive pay per position. I like that too. But that goes back. The only way that's gonna happen is if we get back in the fight. Because right now we have to fight.
Yep.
We let the NCAA get away. Yeah, we let the NCAA get away. So right now we have to fight. So we're gonna have to get back in the fight, get back on the NCAA's head, and make the NCAA pay NIL. Because that's how they got out of it. They got, okay, we're gonna give y'all's name, image, and likeness. Don't look at our pockets over here. We're gonna give y'all's name, image, and likeness. Y'all go make y'all's little bread, and we're gonna keep making our billions. All right. If we get back on NCAA's head, then you're gonna get NIL. I'll just keep calling the money base NIL. You're gonna get NIL from Bama to Sam Houston, from Bama to North Dakota State, from Bama, you know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna get something.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So, which I think the companies, which is what should have happened, the companies, once they gave name, image, and likeness back to the players, companies in these small schools, towns have done great jobs of going and getting these players. Yeah, you might not be making the 1.2 or the 800K, but you feeding it. You got food. You got, you know what I'm saying, play money.
You can do something. You can do something. You can do something. Because I mean, even up here in like South Dakota, they got cats that, you know, we got a ton of like small banks, you know what I'm saying, small town banks, and they doing commercials, you know what I'm saying? Hey, my name is such and such, and when I'm, you know, doing my financial business, I'm going to, you know, First South Dakota State Bank, you know, and they got their little
When I'm
name
stacking
on the
these
top.
chips.
Yeah. When I'm out here stacking these chips, scoring these touchdowns.
Exactly, man. And even here, we've seen here local businesses have latched on to players who have gone off from here, and you know what I'm saying, and reached out with the NIL stuff like that. So I think I'm hoping. I started all this talking about the emotions at the draft. I'm hoping that the emotion stays in the draft, but I am savvy to how much money and how much, you know what I'm saying, financial stability that these college players are having early in the game. Bijan Robinson had to drive his Lambo at least 100 miles a week around Austin in his deal. See, it's stuff like that. So if Bijan Robinson was to break his neck, obviously he couldn't drive. But let's just say he broke his foot, he could still get in that Lamborghini and make it happen.
Well, hell, he ain't got to drive. He could get a homie to drive it. He
He could just be driven around. Yeah, he could just be driven around.
But hey, 100 miles in Austin's a lot.
Bro, he drives 100 miles around. Guaranteed. On accident. He drives 100 miles around. Oh, we'll go get food. Yeah, let's take my car. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's nothing. But they structured the deals great. A lot of teams have structured the NIL deals where everybody gets a piece of the pie. A lot of deals have gotten team deals. We saw that with the University of Arkansas. We saw that with the University of Florida, Texas A&M. Team deals so that if you come there, you at least gonna make this. Anything else, that's on you, but you at least gonna make this. And some of it was up to like 50, 60K. Come on now.
That's a grip.
For most college football players, that's making more than their parents.
Yep.
You ain't got to stay at the dorm. You can stay in a deluxe apartment in the sky. Now, I don't think they have no deluxe apartments in the sky in Fayetteville, Arkansas. I've been up there a time or two. I ain't seen them, but maybe.
But yeah, man, you just get to live a semi-pro lifestyle as a college athlete now, which I think is cool, and I think it also probably has this backlash. We see the portals hot, super hot. We see players, you know, not really respecting coaches as much.
Yeah.
Or you can call it respecting coaches. They may still have respect for them, but you gonna do what you said you was gonna do, or I'm out.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
I just think at this point we should stop treating it like. I mean, I know it's a collegiate sport. You're a student athlete, but with the amount of money that's involved, man, let's just go and cut the chase. Hey, look, man, y'all are basically semi-pros at this point. And
college sports is semi-pro,
and we're gonna treat it as such.
College sports is semi-pro. You have more people watching college sports than you actually have watching the semi-pro or the next level in between NFL or NBA or whatever.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So I'm fine with that. Once you transfer, you lose it. The portal new rule will slow the portal down. Yeah, I think so too. I think the new portal rule is going to slow it down, but it's really only so much you can do.
Yeah,
because the cat's out of the bag. And then when you do the portal rule, cats gets go back the old way, and that's just good news for all the FCS.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's just good news for all the FCS. The fact that guys know now, hey, it's cool to go. It changing the transfer rules at this point makes nothing. Makes no difference. You know what I'm saying? But now, hey, shout out my boy Gucci. You know what I'm saying? Because now Sam Houston State, Stephen F. Austin, North Dakota State, all them cats gonna be getting all these guys that want to leave these Power Fives that promised them something that won't be getting it. Why Brown leaving Texas? I don't know. I don't know why Brown leaving Texas. You know what I'm saying?
I saw he tweeted a couple days ago that he had an offer from Fresno State. So I mean, he ain't gonna be. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna be out there floating long.
A cat like him he high commodity.
Yeah, I knew he wouldn't be floating long, regardless of the situation. Whatever happened at Texas, I knew somebody would take a chance on him. You're not a 4-star, 5-star guy
for no reason.
Exactly. You don't. You know what I'm saying? And it just happened. you know it don't work out. It's the University of Texas. We know what their recruiting classes look like coming in. We know what the new one looks like coming in, and he may not fit.
Ask Quinn Ewers how he feel.
You know, right boy Brandon said, "What up? Hey, you went and played? Did you go play basketball, Brandon? And don't lie about how it was. Once a player transfers to college, takes him, has to graduate him. Yeah. Even if he quits playing football, yeah. That's the new rule. But that's what I'm saying. That's not gonna really slow. That's not really slowing nothing. Vanderbilt can't even take a transfer.
Why is that?
That's part of the rule, and they just can't take a transfer. But who cares about? I mean, I don't think that's a portal destination.
Yeah, I don't think it's a portal destination.
I don't think that's
one of them. I hit the portal and ain't nothing else there.
Hey, no, Vanderbilt, you ain't hitting the portal and going to Vandy.
Yeah, the cats I want to go to Vandy, swinging that bat and Bennett Vandy. Other than that,
yeah, like if you ain't going to Vandy straight up, yeah, the education is too top notch, so you might not be able to get in. You're gonna have to be at some other school because they shouldn't even be in the SEC if we're being real. But you're gonna have to be at another school that's prestigious academically to even transfer laterally.
Hey, I can name 3 schools that you're not gonna be able to hit a portal and go to. I can name 3 of them.
It's a few.
Naval Academy, West Point, and Air Force. You ain't hitting that portal and going there at all.
Hey, but you gotta think about this too, though. It's portal destination. You know what I'm saying? If you're not a portal destination, we don't even care what the rule is for you.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no offense, I know you a midshipman and all. But ain't nobody transferring today.
No, not at all.
You going there or you not going there? It's a one-way portal over there. Ain't no way coming in.
It's one way in and one way out.
Because it take too much to get in. You gotta get a governor nomination or a presidential nomination. That's what your boy got. Shout out to George Bush. Presidential nomination, but other than that, your ass ain't getting in.
You ain't getting in.
I hope that's the applause on the button in a little while.
Yeah, so I don't think I knew Derek Brown wouldn't be out there long, man. I think he's a hot talent. And if he does land at Fresno, hey, come on.
Hey, that's a spot to be.
Exactly. What are they in the Mountain West?
Oh, Fresno is in. I think Mountain West.
Mountain West with Wyoming.
Mountain West and you in California, so you got that's a big NIL market.
Yep, facts. You know what I'm saying? A little bit less. You know what I'm saying? A little bit probably easier to get on the field.
Yeah,
at Fresno. You know what I'm saying? So hey,
because that's what it's about. It's about getting playing time, man. Like, yeah, it's cool to go to Bama or LSU, but if you ain't, you know what I'm saying, burning some clock or getting some burn. It don't mean shit. You gotta
have film, right? Like that's any young cats that come across this podcast. That's what I want them to hear right here. You gotta have film. If you're trying to go to the next level, like if you're a high school player, you gotta have film. I know I talk trash about 7-on-7 all the time, but even if it's just 7-on-7 film, you gotta have something on that screen.
That's it.
If you don't have anything on the screen, it's just I can say I did anything. I can say I ran anything. You know what I'm saying? But if I got it on that screen and I can take it to these coaches and I can show them, you can get a scholarship.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So go somewhere you're going to play. Then when it comes to college, going to the NFL, you got to have tape. You got to have tape. Unless you're a 4.2, you got to have tape. Now, you can go out there and clock a 4.2. Tape kind of go out the window. Chris Stewart said, why you don't like 7-on-7? I don't like 7-on-7. The same reason why I don't like a lot of things in the new age sports world. It takes away what we actually seeing from our eyes.
Yep.
Right. We look at the 7-on-7 stuff, and because there's several guys that are really great at 7-on-7. And I'm not saying that 7-on-7 don't transfer, but there's some guys that are really great at 7-on-7 and it doesn't transfer.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't like that we put so much stock in the 7-on-7. I think 7-on-7 helps receivers and quarterbacks get their timing down before the season starts. I think it helps linebackers and safeties have their reads right, get their foots right, or their feet right, and their steps right, stuff like that. But other than that, as far as looking at it and say, oh, that guy's a dog because he can go out there and play flag for a 2-hand touch football, I ain't buying it.
No, not at all. Because I've seen a lot of shutdown corners in 7-on-7, and as soon as them pads come on, it's a whole different story because they're not really physical like that.
Exactly, and I think that too, like. But even with the pads on, like me and Cam, we see it on a Friday to Friday basis. The cat that comes out there that's really about that action is gonna kill everybody every
Yep.
time. He might not be the best athlete out there. He might not even be the best at his position on both teams. But the dude that's out there that's willing to be physical, right? Just super physical, always kills everybody in high school.
Always.
Sports.
A dog gonna bark.
So I can't, and there's definitely a bunch of receivers too. You can shine in that 707 because ain't nobody
gonna hit you.
Everybody gonna touch you over there. When you come out there on Friday night, buddy from cross town don't care about you.
It's a whole a 7-on-7 is a whole lot easier to come across that middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me jump up in there and hit this 360 and be show off.
Yeah. Do it in the game. Do it in the game. And that's the only thing I got with 707. But I like the hype that comes with 707 though.
Oh,
especially being in the media field that I'm in.
Oh yeah.
That's
an hour of nothing but highlights.
Yeah, exactly, bro. So I like 707 in certain aspects. I just don't like the fact that 707 takes away from what we actually can see in a player. It kind of hypes them up. And that's why I do believe you can go play 707. In 2023, you can play strictly 707. Now, I know there's some coaches out there that be watching this podcast. I ain't telling y'all's kids not to play football. But what I'm saying is, in 2023, I believe that a kid can play strictly 707 and be a top recruit in the nation, not just get a scholarship.
I believe that. I believe that.
I mean, think about how many. We're just going to use our town, for example.
Hey, you said it best, right? I think Trey clicked it too. Oh, nope. Hold on. Wrong one. There we go.
It's a training tool, not the main tool. Yeah, facts. Exactly. And that's what it used to be back in the day. You played you did 7-on-7 during practice, and then you did 7-on-7 during spring.
That was it.
And you didn't go travel. Yeah, in the summer, whenever y'all met up with no coaches.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So like we use it as a training tool, and I think it still is. But like you think like everybody don't come to Texarkana to recruit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's getting bigger now, obviously. It's been getting bigger since 09, right?
Yeah.
Everybody don't come here to recruit. So this town smaller than this with less schools than this. So you know they're not going to recruit there. All right. But I know where they will be recruiting at, and that's that 707 summit in the DFW. They play the championship at SMU. They're gonna all be there. All the college coaches gonna be there. They're gonna go down to Houston. They all gonna be there. They're gonna go to the one in San Antonio, California. All the big 707 circuits, they're gonna be there.
Yep. Was it the Nike Proving Ground or whatever
it's
called?
They're gonna be at all that. So you go out there and you show out, boom. He on. Oh, they don't go out there and catch your game. You killing everybody in your small town anyway. They don't come out there and catch a game. They ain't never seen you hit nobody, never seen you do nothing. You come back to the next 707 thing, turn up again. Oh, same kid. Write that down. He said, I know a coach just recently said they are taking a safety that hasn't played a down on high school football since the sophomore year. 5-star going to an SEC school to play safety. I believe it.
I believe it.
He may get there and we may never hear about him again. Never see him down there.
But he got his school paper.
Exactly. But he's going. And I think that could happen a lot more. I don't know. I like 707. I want people to think I'm hating on 707. I think it is a good tool. I just think it takes away from the game.
I think we put too much stock in it.
Yeah, there you go, right there. We put too much stock in it. But who y'all think going first? I know we didn't went a long way from the draft.
Ooh, I think it's gonna be the quarterback from Ohio State.
Stroud.
Yep.
I'm liking Bama. But really what I think is really gonna be is kind of gonna piss me off. It's kind of like a 707 thing because he really only good in
who got the first pick?
Ooh, you just threw me for a loop right there. I don't even know who got the first pick.
Is it the Raiders?
No.
That may be right.
Nope, Chicago.
Oh, they're not. Chicago going to take a QB?
I just said the Panthers.
Yeah, the Panthers.
Oh, no. My bad. Chicago got the pick, but they traded it to Carolina.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm about to say Chicago ain't taking no QB. But Panthers, I'm thinking the cat from Bama, but it really pissed me off if it's the cat from Florida.
And you know what? And he'd be the one to get picked. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to throw no shade on him, but he be the one to get picked because
I'm throwing shade on him, bro. He trash.
his stock is getting high.
Okay, here we go. We got Carolina going first. Houston second. They need a QB too. Arizona kind of need a QB too.
Yep.
I like Kyler Murray and stuff, but you ain't. Nah. Indianapolis, Denver, Rams,
No,
Vegas.
Seahawks. Denver trades there the Seahawks.
Okay, I didn't even look out there and see that. Yeah, Seahawks, then the Rams trade. There's a Detroit, then Vegas, then the Trashkins, Chicago, Philly. Dang, Philly late. Tennessee, Houston again at 12 because Cleveland. Oh my God, I forgot about all that. How many picks does Houston have this year? First of all, they should have a bunch. Not in the first round. Obviously, they're not gonna have a bunch. But
No. They gonna have they got a bunch of like late round picks.
Yeah, the Deshaun Watson deal probably gonna blow up in Cleveland's face. Maybe a good deal for Houston though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can see CJ Stroud going first. I can see Bryce Young going first. And then definitely your boy Richardson or whatever his name is from Florida. That's a great guy when he works out.
And I'm sure there's gonna be some trade ups.
So who?
Because I can tell you now, if Carolina does not have their guy picked before the day before the draft, they're gonna trade their pick.
They're gonna pick a quarterback. They ain't trading that pick. They're getting a QB for sure. They would never trade that pick. They need a QB bad.
Yeah, because I don't even know who they got there.
Water would be nice. That's Carolina right now. That's Carolina right now for sure, man. But who do y'all think? What team y'all think will make the biggest splash and needs to make the biggest splash in this draft?
Baltimore. Baltimore got to make a big splash. They got Baltimore and Green Bay. Those are two teams that need to make a big splash, and I say Dallas too. Dallas got to make a big splash.
Well, you know that's not gonna happen. But no, Baltimore wise, I mean, what splash where they gonna make the splash at? They just went and got Odell. They still have not signed.
They got to sew that defense up.
They not signed a deal with Lamar yet. If they lose Lamar and don't get a QB in this draft, they're done.
Yep.
Jets lose draft picks for Rodgers. The Jets need to make a splash in this draft for sure.
Yep, they got to.
If they
because they really like if Rodgers goes there and they manage to keep a couple draft picks, they need to like make the most of them straight up.
Exactly, man. But hey, enough of the NFL. They'll have their time. It's coming. But right now, you know what I'm saying? It's all about that lake show. It's all about that lake show in my world. LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers, man, slid into the playoffs like I said they would. I just want y'all to know that. I said they would. They just slid into the playoffs, man, and then and it's 1-0. 1-0 in the series. Actually, I think they play tonight. Might be playing right now.
Some purple lights on for you.
But what does this mean? What does this mean for the Lakers, man? What does this mean for the NBA? And most importantly, man, what does this mean for LeBron James?
I mean, if he can pull this series off, well, let's not even talk about the series. Let's just talk about the playoffs. If he can get to the finals and win that joker, I mean, it says a lot. It says a lot. He's taking a team who had no shot really at making the playoffs. They made it. You know what I'm saying? They call them a ragtag bunch, but they made the playoffs. And then if he can somehow win a championship, it solidifies him as, you know what I'm saying, he's that dude.
I mean, he's already been that dude probably for like the last 10 or 12 years, but that's another story for another day. Chris Stewart said 96-88 Grizzlies. What's the quarter? How much time we got left, man?
Fourth quarter with 2 minutes and 55 seconds left.
Oh, they still got time, man. They still got time. If they go up 2-0 in this series, if they come back and go up 2-0 in this series, man, that's bad news bears for the Grizzlies.
Yeah,
for sure. But if LeBron makes it to I just say the Western Conference Finals. I'll be happy with that. They made it to the Western Conference Finals. I think that's just another notch in LeBron's belt. Um, if they can keep the same exact team together, I think they'll make a run for it next year. I like this little squad they got put together. I think there needs to be something better for AD, like a better situation for AD, like maybe somebody that could spill him better off the bench. That's why I told everybody back whenever they was doing that deal that we need to keep the Bryant cat,
Yep.
the big man. Uh, but everybody was against it, and obviously he gone. And now you see AD keeps getting hurt. AD, freaking has a stinger in basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
there needs to be a better situation down low. Brandon Lewis says they're a lot better now after their trades than they were a couple of months ago. They did good at the trade deadline. I know you want to jump on the bandwagon. It's cool. Come on, it's wrong for you. Come on, hop on there. That's what that sounded like to me. But you can hop on the bandwagon. It's all good. Oh, I see you, Bruce. That boy Brewster. I see you, big time hat. You know what I'm talking about? Yes, sir. Shout out to my guy Brewster.
And
Man.
I mean, everybody can't get a hat, but
Yeah, right. Yeah,
if he
everybody-
could, maybe where's I heard about this mythical box of 4XL shirt sizes, but I ain't seen nothing. So
the mythical box.
mythical box.
Mythical box, man. Mythical box, man. Speaking of mythical, man, all these big name guys going to Memphis to play basketball are becoming mythical creatures in Memphis because they never end up being there. Imani Bates goes to Memphis. We know what happened with that. Now he's at like Eastern or Central Michigan, one of those, which he's balling there. But he goes to Memphis, gets in all that trouble, and boom,
Got a dip.
he gone. 5-star recruit, one of the best players in the country, blase, blase, blase. Mikey Williams,
Man.
touted high school athlete right now. A lot of people feel snubbed out of a McDonald's All-American spot. But now the naysayers will come back and say, see, this is why we told y'all.
Yeah.
Michael Williams caught up on 5 accounts.
Five charges. He got charged 5. Yeah, 5 charges of assault with a deadly weapon. Yeah.
Assault with a deadly weapon. Hate to hear it, obviously. Sad situation. These guys, especially him, he's been a media star since he was a sophomore, freshman in high school. Snapchat, Instagram, Overtime, all those outlets.
He signed a huge deal with Puma like his sophomore year.
Yeah, balled his life. All that stuff, man. And now this. It comes to this right here or whatever. And not saying that it's anything that it's Penny Hardaway's fault, the coach at Memphis. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That he keeps landing these 5-star athletes or 4-star athletes and he's not ever able to coach them.
No, he's never able to coach them. And like I said, it's not his fault because they're doing stuff off the field before they even step foot on campus. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where if you're Memphis, you're looking at Penny like, what are you looking at when other than the handicap play? What are you looking at? You know what I'm saying? Are you looking at their character? Because it seems like you keep getting guys who are great on the court, but they got just bad character. They're making bad decisions, and it seems like we've all said it. Like that's one of the things that a lot of coaches look at. Like, yeah, I know you can play, but what you doing in the classroom? What you doing off the field, off the court? You know what I'm saying? Are you a liability?
Exactly.
And most coaches, if they see you liability, I don't need you. What they say, the best ability is availability. And if you can't be there because your ass always in trouble, I don't need you here. I don't, because you become a headache for me.
Exactly, and you are super liability. At that point, now we're attached to you, which they kind of already are attached to him. He signed there. He's been committed there for a long time, and then he signed there. So they kind of are already attached to him. Every headline you see is, Memphis commit, Memphis
signee. Yep.
Yeah, it's all those headlines. So they're already kind of attached to it. But yeah, like you said, what are you looking at, Penny? Are you just seeing these guys that can ball? Because this institution is about more than that.
Yep.
You put us in a bad light several times, so that raises the question: Is Hardaway on the hot seat?
Nah, I don't think you're on the hot seat. I just think, they definitely gonna bring him in and say, "Hey, man, we got to do a better job of vetting our players before we offer him. But I don't think he'd be on the hot seat. I mean, because that's out of his control. It's not like he was on campus and you know what I'm saying, Penny is in his ear.
Yeah,
But he at home. He's still in high
exactly.
school.
He's still in high school. What does this mean for Mikey Williams, man? Is this the last we see of Mikey? Does he end up still going to Memphis, or is he going to jail?
If his ass go to jail and we saw the last of him, unless it's some longest yard type shit, then yeah, we might see him. But other than that, if he get convicted, he going that way. But if not, I think some school will take a chance on him. But I don't think Memphis won't touch him with 10-foot pole. They gotta cut their ties with him.
I hope not, man. I hope they can get it all figured out, man. I hope he still ends up at Memphis. I hope he still, has a great college career because the dude's he can ball.
Yeah.
But I mean, we've seen the antics from this cat, and I don't want to be one of those sports reporters that's like, "Oh, we told you, oh God," you know what I'm saying? Because I like the dogness on the court. You're supposed to talk down on your opponent. You're supposed to push their head in the ground into the dirt just a little bit harder when you do something to them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
that's just what you're supposed to do. But I hate to see that it's going outside of the sport.
Yeah.
And it's a
go.
sad situation. I hope Penny also doesn't end up on the hot seat. If he does, though, some school somewhere is going to end up with a great coach.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, this Penny Hardaway, he can just ride off into the sunset.
But I also think he's done a lot at Memphis that they won't let this affect his job because I mean it's not like I said the kid wasn't on campus, so
Exactly.
it's what it is.
Exactly, man. Exactly. Hey, in the sports world or in the sports media world, a little crossover action right here, man. The Cavender twins. Let's talk about them a little bit, man. As they walk away and forego their last and final season of college basketball.
It shocked me because they were like I'm not saying Miami didn't really have a shot, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
at
if you don't
winning.
know who the Cavender twins are, they are two female basketball players at the University of Miami.
Yeah, the sisters that was I mean, they basically took they were the talk of the town of the tournament, you know what I'm saying? They were out there balling out. You know, they're twins. They got a huge social media following and you know what I'm saying? They realized like, hey man, we can make more money being influencers than we can playing basketball. You know what I'm saying? So they didn't say what they were going to go do, but from sources they're saying like, hey, it's gonna be basically just influencers because they made a bag off NIL deals. I'm talking major makeup companies, major clothing brands, shoe deals, guest appearances, getting paid to show up places and sign autographs and all that stuff. So I mean, it's like, yo, we got the look, and and when you look at them, they look like some like female influencers. You know, you would see for like fitness brand or something like that. So I mean, they saying, hey, we gonna go just do this instead of playing basketball.
Yeah, and I think I mean, we heard Angel Reese. He's talked about it since the tournament. We're not in any hurry to go to the WNBA or anything like that because we're making it now. We're making the bag here. We're already getting the money. We're making money here now than some of the top names in the WNBA.
Yep.
And they're still playing the sport. With these girls, I don't obviously don't have WNBA aspirations at all. They found a way to get to the bag. You know what I'm saying? Through the sport. And now the companies that they've aligned themselves with is not a Nike. It's not a Adidas. It's not a Puma. You know what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with their sport.
Nah.
Well, hey, we getting money outside of basketball. Now we can put all of our time into it. How much money we gonna make?
Exactly. Because I mean, look at the sponsors. It's like Ulta, Gucci, Prada. I mean, it's these major designer brands that has nothing to do with basketball. And it's like, hey, if we can make this money doing this, and we ain't got to beat our body up, we ain't got to be working out. Like, let's go do that.
Exactly, man. Hey, shout out to them for doing that. I think that's gonna start a wave. Also, we're gonna start seeing it across other sports as well, like the football scene. If I'm a senior or a fifth year guy, and I'm making this NIL money, the NFL is not looking like it's gonna be, I'm gonna have to fight for the NFL.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But these companies that I have aligned myself with, they either got a chair for me over there, or they gonna keep the bag rolling as long as I keep making these posts.
Yeah,
Um,
and I don't think people, if you're not into the content creator, world, you don't really know. I don't like to say you really know, but you don't understand how much money is out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, in the industry that I'm in, you know what I'm saying, the hunting world, there's guys out there that's getting paid 5, 10, $15,000 a post.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So if you can get 5 or 6 companies that's gonna pay you that amount of money per post, that's your job at that point. I
yeah,
don't need to do this.
easy.
I'm getting paid to post. You're gonna send me something. I make a video. I talk about it. I post it. Boom. I get paid. That's less work than having to go and, like I said, fight for a position somewhere.
Exactly. So I think we're gonna start seeing more of that. That's gonna be the new wave. Um, and I'm happy for it. I think pro sports isn't the whole only thing you can do now. But
Right.
that's one thing that's big up for me on the NIL is that now, hey, the pro sports don't have the chokehold on these college athletes. Now they're getting a deal with a clothing brand. Not only are they wearing the clothes, but they're going to the headquarters. They learning the inner workings of it. Hey, you get out of school, NFL, NBA don't work out for you. Guess what? You have been working here for the last 3 years.
Yeah.
Come work here. Boom, it's relationships and that we talk about that all the time too. So shout out to them for doing that, man. I hope they start a new wave and open up some eyes for a lot of people who may, still think that going pro is the only way to get to the bag.
Brandon is everything.
Exactly, man. Start the brand early too. Hey, if you tuned into the podcast right now, we appreciate y'all for being here, man. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, man, and hit that share button. If you're over on YouTube, make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can know when we go live anytime. But it's normally always Wednesdays, 8:15.
Always.
Over there on the Instagram, make sure you follow the Instagram page at the RTL podcast. Then you gotta get over here to my guy right here at DA_dreaded Archer 17. Then you get to my super producer right here at Killer Cam, KILLR Cam. And then last but not least, myself, Big Poppy_ONE9. Do that for me one time. Got some giveaways coming up. Been talking to a few people. Been talking amongst ourselves. The huge prize is gonna be a great one. You definitely gonna want that.
Stupid.
But on the way to that prize, man, we're gonna have some shoes, some little knickknacks and stuff like that we're gonna disperse amongst our fans, man, because y'all deserve that. So
For sure.
that's how we get into it, man. But hey,
tuned in to the RTL podcast.
it's 9 o'clock, so I know all the kids are asleep. The reason for the season tonight, man, hey, it's one thing and one thing only, man, and that's what was you doing in '94? What was you doing in 1994? I was only 1 year old at the time, man. But some of y'all was getting
5. I was 5 in '94.
some of y'all was getting down.
Brent, where's your old ass at?
Some of y'all was getting down in Atlanta, man. The Freaknik in '94, man. First of all, man, explain to everybody what the Freaknik was and why it's even relevant today.
All right, so Freaknik started out, it was just a picnic, a big picnic in Atlanta where, you know what I'm saying, rap scene, basically like a big, I'm not gonna say a music festival, but just a big picnic where, there was music, people was dancing, people was, linking up and chilling. And as the rap culture started to change, the events of Freaknik started to change based on, you know what I'm saying, the music that was out. You know what I'm saying? You had, Uncle Luke and the Two Live Crew, big in the late 80s, early 90s. And it was just like a big festival. That's all I can keep as far as keeping it PC as possible. It was just a big festival. And it was one of those things where, early 90s, people would disappear. They'd go to Atlanta and then they'd come back and they go to their regular jobs, you know what I'm saying? And now, as of 2 weeks ago, Hulu announced, hey, we're putting a documentary out about Freaknik, you know what I'm saying? The greatest party never told.
Yeah.
And because a lot of it was like one of those things, what happened at Freaknik stayed at Freaknik.
Exactly. Hey, Brett crazy, man. But yeah, man, it was just a huge festival. People back then they compared to the Woodstock. Woodstock was a big music festival.
Yes, it was actually, people would call it. It was like the African American version of Woodstock.
Exactly. And just like in Woodstock, people would go there and you disappear. You left where you was from. Cell phones and all that wasn't it. You know what I'm
That's
saying? So
it.
you left wherever you was from, whatever town, whatever city you were from. You went to Woodstock. You met up with some people, met up with a group of people, maybe strangers, total strangers. Y'all did whatever y'all did, and then you went back home. Cool. Freaknik, same thing. It's just a little extra,
A little
right?
extra.
Especially from the videos that have surfaced,
Mm.
pictures that have surfaced.
Yep.
It was just a little bit extra.
A little bit extra. A funny story about Woodstock. So for y'all don't know, back in the Gap, I used to drive cabs. Yeah, I used to drive cabs, and I picked this guy up one time, and we were just sitting there chopping it up, waiting for his homeboy to come out the bar, and he's asking about my, me being in college and all that stuff, and we just got to talking, and he was like, "Man, let me tell you something." He goes, "Man, one of my biggest regrets." He's like, "I got two big regrets." He goes, "One, not going to college, and two, back in 1969, my brother called me and told me that he was going to a festival up in New York." And he goes, "I told him I ain't going." And he said his little brother hitchhiked from Texarkana all the way to New York in 1969 to go to
Mm.
Woodstock. And he said his brother was gone for about 3 weeks. And when he showed up, he was like, "Bro, you missed a monumental moment in history." And he was like, "Man, it wasn't nothing." And then, of course, a couple years later, it comes out. It's like, well, this big event. You had these legendary bands that was basically nobody's at the time perform, and that's what Freaknik was. If you were anybody, if you had to be there, BMF was out. During the later years, BMF was there. Some of the biggest rap artists that we know got their start at Freaknik.
Yeah. And it kind of carries on. Like you see the Atlanta scene now, right?
Yeah.
Like
Oh yeah.
anytime you see anything going on in Atlanta, any big party, any big music event, anything like that, it shows little remnants of the Freaknik. You know what I'm saying? Like people, the way the women dress when they go out in Atlanta. It's and you see the pictures that are coming out now.
Yep.
They still dressing just like that. Not maybe not still, but it's come back around. They're dressing that way. They're going out. Everything see through now. That's what they were wearing at Freaknik. The only difference was the women that was going out of Freaknik and was wearing the see-through, seamless everything was nurses and teachers back home.
Back home. Yes, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And now as things are coming out and people are being seen.
People are being seen. People are losing their people. Well, I'm not gonna say a bunch of jobs, but several people have lost their jobs based on the pictures that have come out. And mind you, the documentary is not out yet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
And
just,
then
just snippets.
I'm starting to kind of think that we may not get it.
no, well, that's the big talk now, because you got people who are like judges and lawyers that are, getting these groups together saying, "Hey, do not put this out because this could, potentially affect my job." Now, if you are the producer of, one of the producers up at Hulu, and you already invested all this money in this documentary, do you not put it out and lose that money and risk losing your job because you didn't already invested all this money in it? Or do you say, "Hey, look, player, this is fair use, baby. This is media. I'm doing my job."
That's how you put it out. But that's just me being a POS like we are. You know what I'm saying? Like we want to see the doctor and the lawyer. Like at this point, I'm going to watch it just to see who I'm going to see.
But
You know
thing
what I'm
is,
saying?
like who still look the same?
Everybody. Everybody. If you was old enough to be a Freaknik in 94, you look the same today. Whether you was a college student or you already had a whole family at the house, whatever it is, if you was old enough to be at Freaknik and you know what I'm saying, really be out there where you in pictures and videos, you look the same.
Yeah. And a lot of things that people are saying that they're like, are they going to tell the story like they told the Woodstock story, or are they trying to tell this story to kind of, they got like a narrative they're trying to push, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, because
just the fact that it's coming out, bro, this is about to be like, this was the sleaziest, the most booty shaking, like it's gonna be like, bro.
Oh, dude, it was bad. Like some of the clips that I've seen, and it wasn't even like clips from the documentary. It was just like somebody found out that they uncle was there and had some VHSs and they uploaded videos. It was like, whoa, this was going on. It was like that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and it got so bad that I think the last one was like in '98, and people was like, yeah, we not doing this no more. Like we can't, like we can't because I think technology was starting to get too good. Like you got the internet was now up, and you had a whole bunch of like they said, like a bunch of like the dusty cats was getting out there. Like it was getting real raunchy.
Yeah, it was getting real, exactly because everybody started hearing about it. Once you hear about it, oh, I gotta go to that.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I think a couple weeks ago on here, we was talking about whenever we snuck out way back when I was in high school to come to the Big Booty Classic. You know what I'm saying? At SAU. But that's because we had heard about it. We had
Right.
heard about it. So we willing to go. We willing to risk it all and go. Because and it happened to be the last one. So you know what I'm saying? Like, we willing to risk it all and go because you heard about it. So you done heard about the Freaknik. Oh, you talking about I can go for the weekend and this gonna happen and I'm gonna see this and you know, like, yeah, I'm going.
Yep. It became it when you hear people talk about it, they say like it was at first it was just like a big like link up, like a kickback. Everybody kicking it, big picnic. We got some rap concerts. And as the years kept going on, then it was like, all right, like one event would happen at the first one. Like, all right, so this somebody's like, I gotta top that. So then it became about antics, real performance, from performantal, I guess you can say. Everybody wanted to do stuff, you know what I'm saying? Try to be the do the most wildest stuff you can do because I'm from Texarkana. So I might be the only cat here from Texarkana, not knowing there's 7 other people there, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And then you also got to think about the music that was out there at that time. The songs that was coming out.
Exactly.
You know
what
I'm saying? So like I mean that was the original booty shaking era.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That Uncle Luke and Two Loud Crew and all that was the booty shaker. They got the rump shakers going.
I mean, you got to think about it. Uncle Luke and them went to what? They went to Supreme Court because their music was so bad.
Yeah. And so that was the music that was coming out. They was up and coming with it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So that boy Donnie Brasco in the comments said, "Yo."
But I guess here's a question now. Say the documentary comes out, right?
Yeah.
Does that prompt somebody to revive it?
Yes, of course. It's gonna be a one and done.
Would it though?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're gonna
tear it down. Because especially if we get the documentary.
Okay.
All right, we get it. Our era and below love nothing more than sitting on the old heads.
Right.
We love nothing more than doing that. Our era did it best. And they love nothing more than telling us, y'all can't do it like us.
Yeah.
But y'all know how this era get down. They'll take, pop, smoke, drink, anything. Freaknik is going to be over. It's going to be over before it even gets started. If somebody don't die. Like off the rip. Like fight, shot, kill.
Oh,
shoot the whole world up.
I mean, the violence would be out of this world.
That's what I'm saying. Like
because back then you could get a bunch of people together and it won't be no issues. I mean, you may have a tussle or two, but now you gonna have groups of people saying, "I'm going there and to do something."
Yeah, the city of Atlanta can't even get together no more.
That's
much less
saying.
Everybody from around the United States.
It's not the same world, bro.
Is some Texas in here? No,
exactly.
Let it ride.
Yep.
Exactly. It's not the same world no more. You got all this right here is what's gonna kill it too.
Oh yeah,
what's gonna kill it. What the Freaknik was about was getting away and how wild it got.
Hiding, being hit
exactly,
out, enjoying yourself.
Yeah, you going to go let that inner whatever it is in you be out
for a weekend and then go home and
exactly
and chill
and
never talk about it ever again.
But this right here, especially this Joker here. I got 4K.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody gonna be like this right here. Everybody gonna be like this. Then you also got people like, oh yeah, we at the Freaknik. Then you got his, the opposition on the other side. Oh, look who at the Freaknik. Let's pull up out there. Okay, boom. Now you got all these.
Your girl down there dancing on so and so.
But could they commercialize it? Because think about it. Back then, it wasn't commercialized. It was less meet at a big meet at a big park, and it was just in the city. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
And
you commercialize where it's like make it almost like South by Southwest.
Look what happened at South by Southwest every year. Boomers be saying, "Oh, this era of music is only about drugs and violence." When they act like their musicians back then weren't on acid and heroin.
That's true.
I agree. First of all, Donnie Brasco is from a different breed. Before we even get going with him, keep commenting. Donnie Brasco is from a different. I don't know what's coming next. All right, that's all I'm going. I'm just going to preface it with that. All right, but yeah,
Hey,
the older generation.
get this button ready.
The older generation, their music was really about the same thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In a pocket or two. Anyway.
Well, that generation, it was about I'm doing this drug, and I'm telling you about my experience on it. You know, what I saw, what I felt, you know what I'm saying? The all my emotions. Our generation, this generation this is what I'm doing.
Yeah,
back then, you didn't know what they was doing. You just knew they was telling you about some experience. Like, man, he had to be on some mushrooms or something. Our generation I'm popping this Molly and da da da, and it's going. So
for the clout. It ain't about
for the clout. Exactly.
Hey, we got two. Never mind. Keep on going.
Yeah, I'm telling you. It's a whole different world. It was kind of about the same thing. But yeah, the old people always say, you know, that's new music only talks about sex and drugs and violence. But the old music talking about sex, drugs, and violence too.
Yes, just the beat was more mellow.
Yeah,
you know,
really.
You had Snoop Dogg talk about the same stuff, but it was like a cool flow. You know, it was that West Coast flow. Yes,
hey,
Rick James.
Take it back farther than Snoop. I mean, Ray Charles was out there.
Yeah, all that. I mean, it was what it was. It's just a different era. We look at it differently now. They looked at it back then as that was their tool to make the music. Now we look at it like they just a bunch of dumbasses telling us what they're doing.
Yeah,
you know.
But check this out. Do we have a former Freaknik already? We just don't call it that.
I mean, what would it be?
Because I would say any All-Star Weekend would be that.
I would say All-Star Weekend in Atlanta was that.
Yeah. Yes.
So maybe that was they revitalization of the Freaknik. 2 years ago in Atlanta.
Yeah.
When they was renting U-Hauls and all that
and sleeping in Walmart parking lots.
Yeah. That was like a little remnant of it. You bust open the back of a U-Haul truck and there's 6 girls in there getting dressed.
I hope it does get commercialized some sort of way, because probably, and here we go, you know, I got to get on my BS, but I got a set over here somewhere that's based off of Woodstock. I need the Freaknik Air Maxes. Nike, if you listen,
run that down one time.
Well, you know, back in the Gap, I want to say T-Pain tried to bring it back.
T-Pain tried to bring back the Freaknik?
Yes, he did.
And that shit didn't work.
Somewhere in Wisconsin.
And it didn't work. It just can't work. Even like a Woodstock wouldn't work. We just saw Travis Scott do Astro World, and look what the hell happened.
Yep.
Donovan's folks.
For real, mosh pit.
Matter of fact, it was called, I mean, I think he went about the wrong way, but he had Freaknik the Musical. Or T-Pain.
So it was just a concert.
No, it was a cartoon.
Oh, it was a cartoon.
It was a cartoon about a group of guys trying to get to Freaknik. And they went to, like, Freaknik was like this big black thing with dollar signs on it. He was the spirit of Freaknik. And they was trying to get to Atlanta to resurrect the spirit of Freaknik. And they finally did, and it was a big party, and he was hoping that this cartoon would bring it back. But at the same time, bro, you did a cartoon in 2010. Folks weren't watching, you know, that generation of folks weren't watching cartoons back then.
Exactly, man. You know some good movies, Brett. That's all I'm gonna say. You know some good movies. You know a little something when it comes to the movie lines. I see you putting them down. I see you putting them down. Oh man. But the cartoon ain't gonna revitalize it because everybody's not
No,
gonna sit there and watch the cartoon.
but I do believe like around that the 2010 time, you had movies like what Superbad and all that. I believe if he'd have made a movie like that, and then you had Project X, if he would have made a
Yeah, because you saw what
movie,
that did.
yes, if he would have had a movie, a live action movie of 5 friends trying to get to Atlanta to revitalize, bro, it would have went crazy if done
Would've.
right.
Yeah, if he'd have done a movie instead of a cartoon,
Yep.
it would have been a little bit different. Yeah, because you saw Project X. I mean, after that movie came out, I got tired of getting text messages talking about some Project X party, such and such.
Everybody trying to throw a race.
You ain't got enough land at that address you just sent me to have a Project X party. You ain't got enough seats in the house to have a Project X party in there, man. Come on, man. I was like, stop sending me this. It is not gonna be Project X. Let's stop it. But yeah, every party that year and a couple years to follow. And you still even see it, you still see it here now. Every now and then. Project X 6.0.
Bro, when I was in college when the Project X movie came out, and that's every party, no matter what college campus you went to, it's gonna be Project X. It's gonna be Project X, and you get there and it ain't nothing like it.
You can't do that in real life.
No.
You can, and people have, but you can't. Project X came out in 2012. I was too young for all that. Yeah. See, Project X came out right when I was going to college. So it was everything was Project X. I mean, literally everything. But yeah, if he would have came out with a movie, he could have revitalized the Freaknik.
Yep.
I think this documentary might try to revitalize it. I just don't think it's going to work.
I think it will. I think it will, and I think it's going to be bad.
It won't work because think about it, the music. That's what I'm saying. The music back then was booty shaking music. The music right now is kill you.
Yes. That's why I'm saying it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad.
Work. You had cats like LL. You had cats like 2 Live Crew. You had, you know what I'm saying? You had them cats and MC Hammer. You know what I'm saying? You had them cats at Freaknik.
Vanilla Ice. What you call it? I'm saying Run DMC probably was done by then. You know what I'm saying? Kumo D. You
had guys like that was talking about get them buns out. Let me see how fast you can shake them buns. You know what I'm saying? Then you had 2 Live Crew come through. I'm gonna touch them buns. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was a storm. It was a perfect storm for what was gonna come through.
Who sang Tootsie Roll?
Oh, I don't know who's on that.
I think it's 2 Live Crew.
It might be 2 Live Crew.
Yeah. that was definitely 2 Live Crew.
That was like
2 Live Crew.
The music back then had people come together, and like when that music started playing, that's they had no choice but to do that.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? That was the dancing, that was the vibe, that was it. You know what I'm saying?
But you can't have a
Freaknik 6ix9ine boys.
The 6ix9ine
6ix9ine boys. So look at the name. You know what I'm saying? But like now, the music would be you'd have NBA YoungBoy.
He ain't going.
Well,
but it'd be somebody like that, yeah.
Yeah, or
even the up and coming drill we're saying that's what that would be.
Yeah,
it would be the up and coming drill rappers right now.
Little Baby, Lil Durk.
If you could get Beat King, he kind of got that.
Beat King, Beat King is trying to revitalize.
Man, Beat King responsible for so many people getting shot. Hey, Beat King, I mean, it ain't his songs ain't talking about killing folks, but it's that vibe. You could if you went to a party and if you was going to a party in 09 through 15, they was getting shot.
I can't remember Beat King's song.
All the songs back then, damn near was on Beat King shit.
I mean, it would probably be more females now. You would probably have like Cardi B.
You have Cardi B, Ice Spice, Nicki Minaj, Lotto.
But if you do that, you're not gonna get
Trey knows something.
You're not gonna get the action you want. You see what I'm saying? You need both parties there.
Yeah, but I can't think of any male artists that would perform there that would it'd be that vibe.
There ain't none.
Because Drake not gonna be there. You're not gonna get Drake. You're not getting The Weeknd. You're not getting
nobody from Texas can come.
No. I mean, you might get I bet Smoothie Poppy be there.
I mean,
same situation.
Nobody from Mob Ties can come.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you definitely have my boy there, Finesse.
Yeah, Memphis will probably be in that
Yeah,
thing. All the Memphis rappers, but you can't even have all them. That's what I'm saying. Like you can't even do that. You can't be like all the Memphis rappers. We're gonna have Memphis rappers come because they don't get along. You're
Nope.
gonna be like, oh, we're gonna have all the California rappers come. No, they ain't gonna work. New York rappers, oh no, they ain't gonna work. Bobby Smurder beating laid everybody down out here. You know what I'm saying? Like
popping that. There go the band.
Suicide Boys. Trey, do you know who that is?
No, not at all.
They ain't even made it to the Midwest yet, Donovan.
But hey, I can tell you now, Midwest, we 2 years behind everything up here.
Well, y'all got about 6 years to go for them then.
But y'all got them white people.
I went to a rap concert.
Soldier Boy was just up. Soldier Boy was up here at the district.
I went to a rap concert last time I was there.
Hey,
it was lit. It was lit. I ain't gonna. Hey,
hey man, that was a whole different scene, bro.
Hey, I go back.
That is Western South Dakota wrapped up in one concert.
Listen, bro, we out here eating. And out here, I'm like, man, it's some music playing. I'm looking for it. I want to go eat at somewhere with a vibe. You know what I'm saying? So it's some music playing. But we ended up going to this spot, not a vibe. I still hear the music playing though, inside the spot,
inside the restaurant.
Yeah, so I'm like, man, where is this music coming from? So we get done eating and everything, whatever. I'm like, I'm going to find it. So I walk out the restaurant and I just walk towards the music, walk towards the sound. Well, I start walking. Like I'm walking far. I start realizing I'm getting far. But I'm so far now, ain't no turning back because I don't know where to go if I go back. You know what I'm saying? Like I just been turning corners, going towards the music. So finally, I see this big open up park up here or whatever, but I don't see no people. But the music is super loud over there. So I'm like, I'm going over here. So I walk through there, bro, and it turns dark.
Go over the hill, get real dark, and you go over the hill, and then it's just like boom,
boom, whole stage, lights, the food trucks and everything that's out there, bro. But I don't recognize the music. I don't recognize the music. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get close to see. I'm gonna see what's up. So I walk up front row. Locals. It's local rappers.
It's so up here we have a Native American. We have a big Native American population. So it was a Native American rap scene. It's pop, like the music is. It was if I played it for you, you would not know that these cats from South Dakota.
No.
Oh, you got some res rap.
Yeah.
Hey, it was hard. Lit. That's all I know. I didn't know none of the words, nothing like that.
I mean, it was remnant of drill music from Chicago.
Yeah.
Have y'all heard that UK drill?
Yeah, you know,
they go off. They go off.
I'll be on that now. We've actually played some on here. We played some on here one night. Remember? Yeah, my boy RD.
I like Gibbs.
Hey, they really hard, but it's just they accent too thick.
Yeah,
that's the only thing that killed me. Like some of the stuff that's supposed to rhyme,
yo, blood,
it don't rhyme.
Yo, some of the stuff from the UK, we ain't making fun of you. We really appreciate your music.
Yeah, I listen to it all the time, especially RD.
Matter of fact, your boy Drake, he came out with a little bit of drills, a little bit of UK drill.
Yeah, he did. He had some UK drill guys on his album.
Yep. But hey,
I mess with it, but y'all accent just a little.
I'm trying to get to the res rap. I got to see what that's about.
Hey, it's bro.
It's lit. It's hard. It's hard.
I like it. I ain't gonna lie to you. I like it. The scene was a little but I liked the music. No lie.
I like, watching on TikToks. Like, hold on, we're going.
Man, if you don't go on somewhere, Donovan,
oh my goodness,
bro,
Drake overrated. How?
Donovan, change your profile picture. You got no riz in that picture, my boy. Hey. I understand it was a monumental moment. I remember I was there. I didn't take that. I didn't take that.
No one took that. Drake,
the iPhone that don't send iMessage.
If anything, yeah, exactly. If anything, Drake is underrated.
Look at him flexing for the.
Yeah, come on, I ain't reading that out loud.
Hey, and then.
Can we block him?
Oh, it followed us home.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, man. Work follows you home sometimes. No, I'm playing. Shout out to y'all boys for being in the comments tonight, man. We appreciate it. Hey, if you tuned in right now, man, hit that like button, that share button, that subscribe button if you're on the YouTube, man. If you're on the Instagram, go ahead and follow at the RTL podcast on the Instagram. Get at my guy right here at DA underscore dreaded Arthur 17. And then get at my guy right here, Killer Cam, KILR Cam. And last but not least, myself, Big Poppy underscore ONE9. Dodie Leprechaun. Oh no, man. Oh no. Hey, but speaking of Drake, somebody created an AI generated
Ghostwriter. That's his
Okay.
name.
Ghostwriter.
Yep.
Ghostwriter created an AI generated Drake The Weeknd song that went stupid
Hard.
when they posted it.
Like 300 million views within like 2 hours. To the point where Drake and The Weeknd thought that it was a leak, something that they did way back in the Gap.
Mm.
And like, did we do this song? Like, nah, I don't remember none of these songs. Because like when they were doing music together, 21 Savage was not a person.
Yeah.
And Drake is mentioning 21 Savage as his homie in the song.
Damn, yeah, that's true. Hey, so I guess my first question would be, should they be upset at the at this ghostwriter dude, at this AI generated song, or should they would they reap any benefit from these songs getting out there?
None. They get nothing. It's all him. Like, he's the source.
Yeah. Okay. And
And
then
I know-
another thing, is this the new wave?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it is.
I've played a little bit of it at work, Trey. I don't know if you've seen it, but if you get on TikTok, it's pretty easy to find. It's called Kanye Western, and it's Kanye West boy singing all these popular country music songs. Wagon Wheel, he's singing Coetzel songs, Tyler Childers songs, like throwback George Strait songs, and some of them that auto tune kicks in just a little too hard when he's hitting some of the notes. But some of it's like, this is kind of good actually.
Bro, here's the thing with this AI. I think it's getting way too good, way too fast. It's one
I
of those
mean,
things
well, what
where-
would you expect?
I-
Cam came
like-
to the family reunion bumping Ice Cube today. Was a good day.
like what I expect. Like, so if you think about it, so Chat GPT came out maybe 4 months ago, 3 months ago,
Yeah.
and it was literally just, you know what I'm saying, text. You just you ask it questions, it answer it. Boom, you have a conversation with it. All right, cool. Then like not even like 2 weeks later, then it came out like the whole text to image. You could say, hey, create me an image of the Pope wearing, you know what I'm saying, hood outfit. And it would literally create the Pope wearing a hood outfit. I don't know if you've seen them pictures.
Yeah.
Or it'd be like, you know, design me a picture of Joe Rogan talking to JFK, and it would create a picture of Joe Rogan hanging out with JFK that you couldn't tell the difference.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it just got fast to the point now where schools are saying like, hey, you can't use Chat GPT to write your paper, but I can because you're not gonna know the difference anyway. You can't.
Because it's all unique.
And it's all unique. And now with it getting into the music industry, if you are say you're Empire and you got some rappers that are deceased and you trying to make some money, you
Drop
can
their
have
own
this
music.
you can have an AI generator create an entire album. And then you could have it also generate a music video with that person in it.
Yeah. I mean,
That's how nuts it can be. Matter of fact, there is an interview right now on YouTube of Joe Rogan doing an interview with Steve Jobs. Joe Rogan has never spoke to Steve Jobs. And that video has over 400 million views.
dang, yeah, that's wild. But hey, if you ever watch these shows that I'll be watching, shout out my boy Brett McPherson, man. We'll catch you next week, my guy.
For sure.
But I watched these shows a while back, man. One of them was Person of Interest. It was all about this AI technology. Obviously, it'd be like probably 5 or 6 years from where we are right now.
No, they already got it.
No.
China already got it.
I know they have it, but what I'm saying is probably 5 or 6 years from where we are, where how everybody can use it. Probably
Yeah.
5 or 6 years from where we are right now is probably where the show would be set. Literally, it's probably like 2020. It's like 2028 when the show starts or something like that. The AI is what's running the CCTV. You know what I'm saying? All the cameras around us or whatever. It's all ran by AI. And whenever you go to, if you go to do something, some type of crime, it kicks out your social security number. You know what I'm
Oh.
saying? Or if you, or you know, whatever it might be, the show makes it to where the people who are getting the numbers, they don't know whether you the crook or the person that's gonna get hurt or whatever. They don't know yet.
Yeah.
That's the basis of the show. But my point is, the AI, it just watched and would just learn. It just watched everybody and just learned everything, the human activity and everything like that. So if you would even think about hurting somebody or thinking about robbing a bank or thinking about doing something like that, yeah, it kicked out your social security number or whatever. So as I'm watching all this unfold, I'm just like, man. We always say, or I always say for sure, what's on TV and what's in the movies is what's coming.
It's what's coming. Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like did you ever watch that show Black Mirror?
Mm-mm.
So Black Mirror is a show on Netflix. You can go check it out right now. There's an episode on there called social something like social score, social credit score, or black social, I can't remember. But basically, based on how many followers you got and your interaction on social media and the shit that you do, it basically allows you where you can go.
Yeah.
So if you got like no followers, you can't even go get a cup of coffee somewhere. You are nobody in society. You know what I'm saying? So people are constantly doing stuff, hoping that people will like their stuff. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you see somebody raking leaves in their yard, you go over there and you help them out, and they'll take a picture of you and say, hey, Nick helped me rake my leaves today. You know what I'm saying? What a good neighbor. And then all the likes and followers you get goes to your social credit score, basically what it was, a social credit score. Your social credit score then determines what you can't, where places you can go, what you can buy, who you can even talk to. Because if you are a person who has a low social credit score and say, I got a high social credit score, and people see me interacting with you in public, my score go down.
Damn.
So now you become a pariah in society. Fast forward to 2023, China already got it. China, they use a social credit score already. You know what I'm saying? That you can't even buy a house based on your social credit score if it's too low.
Damn.
If you in China, if you spend too much time on social media, that's a ding on your social credit score. If you are active on too many dating apps, that's a social credit score. That ding it. If you mess around too many women, ding 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 ding, that's on your social credit score. Everything is on where you work at determines your social credit score.
That's whack.
So I can see that becoming a thing with how people use social media now. Hey man, how many followers you got?
Nick's credit and social credit score is real low. Damn.
Hey,
last
time you was in public, we was with him. So what they say about you, Ray?
Yeah, what they say about you, Ray? Exactly, man. But no. Hey, my credit score is well. All right, sir. Now my social credit ain't that high. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Air Max Day video because it did raise it up. All right, but other than that, and a couple reels on the tickety top, then went up, then boosted my score a little bit. But yeah, my social score is a little low. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully, all these gracious fans out here, You Talk and Listen podcast, will help me boost that up, man.
Dude, it'd be nuts, and I can see that. And even looking at like Black Mirror, they had an episode about VR.
Hey, are you roning us right now, bro?
Huh?
Are you roning us right now?
No.
Are you eating right now, bro?
No, I'm good now.
Oh my! Hey, he just roned us, man. That's crazy. He just roned us. That's wild, man.
You talking about Rome from the Pat Bev podcast?
No, I'm talking about Rome from the Read Talk and Listen podcast.
Breaking open that cheese.
I don't know if you were here yet. I don't know if you was
no,
here
he
yet.
wasn't. He wasn't.
Nah, you. Oh, I can't wait for him to watch this show.
He probably watching tonight too. I talked to him
uh,
today.
that's hilarious, man. But nah, I don't even know what I said. You over here eating?
But no, I just think that
I'm gonna
AI.
turn my camera off here in a second. Y'all know what time it is.
No, I just think AI is gonna play a big part in our society, and I think it's moving way too fast. You know what I'm saying? Like to the point where someone could call you and sound just like somebody you know. They got that person's
I
voice.
saw that. I've seen that. If you get all the, and it's kind of sliding right in on the back end of all the junk calls, because for the
Yeah.
past probably year and a year and a half, 2 years, everybody's had an influx in
Getting
junk calls.
slammed,
Hey, no,
man.
that's really
Slammed.
becoming a thing because I was on the phone with customer service today with my cell phone provider. No free shout outs. And they asked me would I like to do a voice analysis so they could secure my account over the phone. So they could scan my voice and make sure. I was like, no, I'm straight. If somebody call up here about my raggedy little phone bill, then let them have at
That's what I'm saying. Like I saw this whole video, and it was like, hey, if you these fake calls, even when you answer the phone, just
it.
sit there.
Yes, no, hello. Yeah, anything background noise. Yeah, they'll compile. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying?
Just sit there and don't. If you go, just sit there and make somebody say hello. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. Don't just get on the phone and say hello. Say it over and over and over again. That's gonna give them multiple uh
Vocals.
pitches. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be able to get your voice perfect.
You
And
hear
then
Brandon and Donovan arguing in the background at work, and now they got you.
so hey, it's getting crazy, man. It's a scary time. Um, I don't even know how you would combat that.
I don't think you can. I mean, unless you. I don't know how you combat it because
No,
it's
she check.
learning.
Hey, the lady from Prescott that you gave my number to, um, Dodie, is texting, so she ain't trying to get no voice analysis. She really trying to get this bread for the, for the
Dollars.
Curly Wolves athletic program, ma'am. If you if you ever come on this show and you hear me talking right now, I'm sorry, ma'am. I do not know who you are, and I'm not donating to the Prescott Curly Wolves.
Shut up. Shut up, Miss Trish.
Yeah, shout out Miss Trish down there in Prescott.
Yeah,
Hey,
I don't. It's
she
weird because
working hard
I
for
don't
y'all.
know where it go. Like it's nuts, man. It's nuts, and I believe it's gonna get a whole lot worse before it get better. Because I mean, you can do anything.
Anything, literally, literally.
Literally, like I think like because I mean we're not in that field, but if you're an actor, if you're a musician, you better start when you do your contract. Say, look, man, I got all name, like, image, vocals, and all that. Like I own all them rights to myself. You know what I'm saying?
For real though. But also, in that same token, if you're an up and coming, especially music artist, you can have a hit song written for you easily.
Yes. Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think, as far as in that industry, we're gonna see a lot. We're gonna get a new influx of musicians because I can put together a cold mixtape right now. I can put together a cold album.
Oh yeah. You can have Chat GPT right now. You can say, write me a song about this, and this in the style of Houston rap, and it will write you a song in that flow, in that cadence, that cadence flow.
Hmm.
I mean, it's so crazy that these AI bots are teaching themselves. So I was listening to Joe Rogan today, and he was saying that there was a some AI over in Europe that taught itself Arabic, and the
Yeah,
co-writer saying we didn't put this in there. So how is it speaking Arabic now? It's because it's learning.
it's learning.
It's constantly learning. Like I've fooled around with Chat GPT, and it remembers everything you talk to it about. So when you hop on, hey, how you doing? Oh, good afternoon, Mr. Reed. How you doing today? How can I assist you? I don't have no account, but it knows this is the IP address coming from. So it's got to be, you know, Trey. How can I assist you, Mr. Reed? Oh, tell me what's the best hunt tactic for archery, and it will tell you, well, I believe based on my knowledge, and it will spit out a whole strategy for you. Check the wind, check your thermals. It seems like you're hunting in the Midwest. How the hell you know I'm in the Midwest?
Mm-hmm.
It,
Mm-hmm.
it's some nutty shit.
It is, man.
Came through spinning. And you know I'm dripping. Candy wet.
You have a whole influx of these suburban rappers coming out with this crazy flow.
No need to ask what's in my cup. You know your boy sipping.
But
Yeah.
then, hey, but then you can upload your vocals in there and say, hey, edit this based on how Mustard produces beats, and it will edit your stuff how DJ Mustard do his
Yeah.
songs.
Hey, and then you could also just be like, hey, write me a song that's gonna blow up in 2024.
Yep,
Right? You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna based on what is out there right now, it's gonna let you know.
yep. It's just like that. And don't get the paid version. From what I've heard, the paid version, shit.
Too nosy.
Too nosy. And that's the thing too. What's stopping this AI from me getting on there and saying, hey, what's Trey's social security number?
Well, it does have there's certain stuff it won't do. It's like if you ask it to say like talk about like murder and stuff, it says like
But
I'm an AI bot and I have like these codes I have to go by.
exactly. It's programmed to say that. You get somebody that, want to use their powers for evil, not good.
That's what I'm saying, because that's the show. I think everybody needs to go watch Person of Interest. I might go back and rewatch.
We watch it.
But
Hey, no,
if
go
you
ahead.
if you watch that show, that's the AI. Only two people built it. The dude named Harold Finch and his best friend. They the ones that built the machine, which is the AI. All right. When he built it, while he was building it, it started like you talking about right now. It was learning too fast.
Yeah.
Stuff that he wasn't teaching it and all this stuff. It even turned out when he would turn it off, it even taught itself to turn itself back on. You know what I'm saying? And all this type of stuff, or whatever. So he created all these codes and this moral compass for this AI to go by. Well, it's a group of people that come in and they steal the machine and they wipe the moral compass. You know what I'm saying? And they using it to, hey, such and such stole this from us. Where he at?
Find him.
And it's going through the CCTV or whatever, all the cameras or whatever, and boom, ding, ding, he over here, and all this stuff or whatever. It's wild, and I think everybody need to go watch that because we're starting to see that type of stuff right now.
Yep.
And then, hey, and another kickback. I didn't mean to cut you off, but another kickback from the show is that the government, which obviously they letting us have it how long they've been using it, right?
Yeah.
So the government had already had this machine for years because it was originally built to stop terrorist attacks or whatever. So they had this machine for years before the public even knew about it. You know what I'm saying? So as far as what I'm talking about is finding people and shit like that, they could already been doing that.
Oh yeah. I mean, look at the deep fakes. You ever seen those?
The what?
The deep fakes. So it'll be like a deep fake of like Barack Obama, and it'll be like a video like me and you here, and it'll be like Barack Obama talking, but he's saying stuff that Barack Obama wants to say. Like,
oh yeah. We've seen him do it to LeBron and all that.
Yeah, let me tell you, Cat Stone, I'm the realest. It's like, is he really saying this? You don't know, and it got so bad that there was this girl who's a streamer on Twitch. She's one of those girls. She's not out there just to, she's not showing herself. She's actually a real gamer, you know what I'm saying? But she's attractive. Well, some dude, a group of guys, who knows who they are, no one knows, but they took her image and made an entire video, X-rated, of her and made a whole website of it. And within an hour, their website had made over $30 million. And she came out and was like, I don't know who you are. I'm going to find you. Like, you guys ruined my reputation. She lost sponsors because like they sent this link to all her sponsors.
Yeah.
So you click on it. It looked like a video. It's a video. It's like, oh, I know she was into that. Hey, we can't do business with you no more. Click. So like it ruined her reputation, and basically lawyers like, we don't know where this video came from, where these videos came from. As far as we know, you did it. You just not admitting to it because it looks too damn real. And then the people that did it, well, it was like a bot account. So it was like, oh, this is how we did it, and then they show people how they made it. But you still don't know who it was because they're using VPNs and bouncing signals off everywhere, so no one knows like who the actual group is. Almost like anonymous.
Yeah. It's wild. That's what I'm saying. Like we thought we couldn't believe everything we were seeing. We couldn't believe everything you saw, leading up to this point in society. But now we're really to a place where you really can't believe
Nope.
what you see.
Nah, at all. And I think that's kind of like right now, if we were all chilling here right now and all of a sudden something popped up online and said it was an alien attack, how many people would actually believe it?
Yeah, 'cause I mean, you could take like some B-roll footage of people pointing up, like a plane crash, or like what was it in around Dallas, like back during the winter, it was like those two planes collided in the air at the air show, and
Yeah.
people are videoing, they're pointing up and their stuff scattering. I mean, you could take that B-roll and overlay some, I mean, hypothetically, and have and have a full video and be like, oh, there's people talking, and that's really recorded on a cell phone. It had to have been a Samsung. Look at the trash quality.
Exactly, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think we're coming to a time where like we can't believe, you really can't believe it. But like you
Nope.
said, it puts us in a vulnerable state to where like if they came out with a national broadcast, we're under attack right now. How many people are actually gonna believe it?
Yep. I know George Orwell did the was it War of the Worlds? It was a radio show back in like the 50s or 60s when cats listened to the radio. It was before TV. And it was a special segment they was doing on the radio where he would tell these crazy ass stories. But they never told the public it was a story. So people thought that shit was real, and cats started looting and all kind of shit. Like, hey, aliens are here. I gotta get mine, and hopefully I will survive. And I got all this shit.
Yeah, I gotta get mine. Why is it? Which I'm gonna open up the doors of the church in a minute. But why is it that when shit goes down in any certain form, that's the first shit that people do?
I mean, I can understand if you looting for like guns, ammo, food, shit like that.
But that's not the case.
You looting for Gucci belts and Nikes and TVs and PlayStations and all kinds of chains and bro. If the world's ending today, none of that shit is of use to you.
Keep y'all's asses from around here.
I'm telling you, bro. There is no reason to be looting. And most of the time when people are looting, there's no reason to be looting. Like even like the last big riots we had in America, right? The reason for those riots had nothing to do with looting.
Nothing.
They had nothing to do. Like there was the reason everybody was out there in the streets protesting and doing all that stuff. Looting should have been the last damn thing on your mind. But it was the first.
The first.
We rioted. Okay, cool. Let me go in here. They trying to steal ATMs. They breaking in everywhere. Barbershop. What the hell are you gonna do with a barbershop?
Them Clippers, man.
Come on, man. I'm like, bro.
I need some new Andy's, boy.
Which we know all this. We know this shit was staged, but the AutoZone shit. Y'all remember the AutoZone situation, don't y'all? I don't remember which city it was in. I don't want to get on here and spread no false information. But one of the cities that had the riots, the big time riots, when everything went down back during the vid or coming on the end of the vid, somebody set AutoZone. I'm gonna look for canned goods. Cam, we can go.
Hey, he joining on one of my other family members. We can't talk about it. Hey, because I'm gonna get my piece of caramel pie. You say which one.
But the AutoZone situation where like the AutoZone got lit on fire and blew up or whatever all the time, or whatever. I'm like, AutoZone? The hell y'all doing in AutoZone, man? Your car broke down. Like, what y'all doing?
Getting y'all some flaming floor mats? What the hell?
Yeah, he's a cat need that catalytic converter.
Hey, whatever city that is in or was in, guaranteed after all the riots and everything was done, hey, somebody's garage was hot. Somebody's garage was hot. Hey, come
all
get
the coconut
it.
coconut breeze air freshener you got up in here.
Man, they got everything. You can get
Come
your
get it,
oil
we got it.
change.
You had Toyota Priuses riding around with little spinners on them, all type of shit.
Hey man, I need
Man,
to start.
how you get
I
all
need to
this?
start her for a 90 Dodge Ram. I got you.
Man, how you get all
Let me
this?
check my inventory.
Yeah.
You know, I got a PPP loan.
Hey, well, yeah, you got an alternator for an 86 Cutlass.
I got one that I fit on that ball.
Boy, I got one on that motherfucker. Boy. Hey, yeah, boy. Put that thing under that shit. Put that thing under that shade tree.
Yeah, drop it off with me for a couple days and come back. Hey, you're right.
Boy, I got them durable brake pads too, boy.
Our name brand over here.
That shit was squeaking when you pulled up.
Oh man, hey, but for real though, like people go straight to the looting. I never understand that. Kind of like flipping cars over. What you flipping the car over for, bro? Just wild shit we do, man. We trash.
You was up here when they was looting. They looted the Fleet Farm, but
They smart looted though.
Yeah, that was smart looting.
That was the most Midwest shit I've ever seen.
They stole straight. Hey, bro, Cam, they went to the Fleet Farm, bro, and now all they stole was guns and ammo. But in order to get to the guns and ammo, you gotta pass it's all the way in the back of the street. So you gotta pass a whole lot of shit, coolers and all kind of shit.
Bro, we was in there the next day.
Yeah, we was in the next day.
The gun case is literally sitting in front of probably $200,000 worth of GPS. I'm all electronics for boats, cars, trucks. All of it is literally. If I'm looking at if y'all is the case, all that electronic shit is literally right behind me. I can turn around and touch it, bro. They went in there for one reason and one reason only, man. If shit hitting the fan, we need guns and ammo.
That's all they got.
None of that. Bro, literally every single survival thing you need is in that store. They went in there and got guns and ammo and got up out of there.
They had everything else. They got all the other survival shit at the house. We can't never have enough guns. Hey, but let a hurricane come through New Orleans and they raiding the rim shop.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, man. Hey, I was telling Trey, like,
shit, we should have slid.
You know what I'm saying? I got a moral compass, but they already taking it. The insurance claim is getting made regardless. You know what I'm saying?
They still don't got guns out.
Oh yeah,
they
bro.
Still don't have guns out.
Never again.
Got the little cardboard pictures of the gun laid up. If you would need further assistance,
life size.
Ask for manager.
It's life size. You can pick it up and everything.
Bro, hey, Cam, there wasn't a bullet in that joker, bro.
Not one. Hey, shelves echoing. Bro.
And they played it smart because the cats was at the mall protesting. Mm-hmm. So all the police officers at the mall, well, shit, they got them boys got them occupied at the mall. Shit, we just gonna dip over here to Fleet Farm. Ain't nobody even think about Fleet Farm. Shit, them cats got in there clean. They probably walked in.
Oh, they took their time because it was too nice in there. Wasn't nothing knocked over, bro.
Bro, they knew that.
They broke one window.
One window was broke. They had a piece of they had a board up. That was it. One board. It's the whole window. The whole front is glass. Them cats came in.
Slimmest dude to the back. Unlock the bay doors.
Clean them out.
Game time, Texas, baby. Just like I said, I do. If it ever went for real. Hey, I'm backing up to the bay doors, baby. We ain't going through the front.
Like, hey man, you want your Yeti coolers? Look here, Bob. We no goddamn Yeti cooler, man. Get together.
Say what we here for.
We know we here for. We in and out.
Hey, and on the way home,
don't
somebody
grab
got
no t-shirt. Don't grab no energy
one.
drink.
Yeah,
nothing.
On the ride home, somebody slipped and got one thing. He backed in the back seat, flicked the Mac light on. Hey,
I told you.
I swear, if we get caught up on this mag light bill, I'm telling on you.
No, please don't. So somebody back to them.
Yeah, we got the case of beer because you know they sell beer.
Yeah, you got something to drink? Man, I was thirsty. If that be the thing that gets us, but I swear to God,
I tell you what.
Hey, I've got this plan. We're gonna put this transsexual guy on the Bud Light cans, and I forget all about it.
Boy, hey man, I'm telling you, heads is rolling right now. Anheuser-Busch.
Yeah, they definitely dropped the ball on that. All right, and I'm gonna explain why before anybody try to come for my neck. All right, first of all, I'm gonna preface this by saying I ain't got no problem with none of that. I ain't got no problem with it. All right, cool. That's out the way. Anheuser-Busch. What the hell was y'all thinking, man? Not one trans person is sitting around like you don't walk into if there is a trans bar or whatever, where if they hang out together. If a group of trans people hanging out together, you ain't finna walk up and step on no damn cans of Bud Light. You ain't gonna happen. They ain't been sitting around drinking Bud Light all day. You know, they drinking other shit. Hell, I don't even drink Bud Light. You know, you know what I'm saying? Like, why did you think that was your target market? You know what I'm saying? You put me on the can, you're gonna lose sponsors. You know what I'm saying? Like your target market ain't that. You know what I'm saying? Your target market ain't me.
Your target market is blue collar workers.
Yeah, I'm not saying I don't, you know what I'm saying, put that work in, but hey, you ain't the target. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you gotta read the room, man. You
read
gotta
the room, bro.
Read the room and be like, okay, look, because I work for a Fortune 500 multi-billion-dollar company.
Speak on it.
You from New York City, boss?
we got stats like we know based on people's purchase purchase habits. We can tell what day a cat gonna come in the store, what he gonna buy.
Yeah,
like we got that much data. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know who y'all base is. I mean, even the VP came out and said, we don't want to have the whole fratty blue collar appeal anymore. But if that's who paying the bill, that's who you cater to.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like
exactly.
It's business at the end of the day. Yeah, if you want to have this whole, I don't know, this social conscious thing, then come out with a product for that group. But don't take a product you already got and say, well, we're gonna move it to this group, because then you're gonna lose that other percent. And I can tell you now, I'm in gas stations in and out of the day. There are cats who they ain't buying Bud Light.
They ain't buying Bud Light. I wouldn't think that Kid Rock drank Bud Light. I think he drank something better than that. But Kid Rock obviously loved Bud Light. All right,
he was sponsored by him.
Hey, I mean, and that's a huge knock, because Kid Rock, not only is Kid Rock not buying Bud Light, but anybody who is a big following, anybody that mess with Kid Rock ain't messing with Bud Light, even if that was just their only reasoning.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you what happened. I'm gonna explain it all to you. Somewhere at Anheuser-Busch, there was an asshole boss. All right, he had a meeting he had to go to, a meeting of the minds. They was gonna come up with the next big thing, and he'd been giving old boy or girl shit too long. I need these reports stat with the demographic. What's it called?
Demographics.
The demographics and all that. So she on there. Well, I did see a large spike in transgenders buying Bud Light here, and so he got this point. He go in there and he give them the paper. They can't believe it. They hand him out all the research. I got it. Here we go. Well, I mean, it's a little, it's a new world. It's a new day and age. Well, that is a little new school. Hey, by golly, let's run it. Let's run it.
And bam.
And meanwhile, she's sitting there.
Run it. Please run it.
Yeah, run it. Run it.
Please run it. Because they knew it was going to happen. But this is my whole thing, too. Being a company like Anheuser-Busch, right?
Anheuser-Busch.
Anheimer, at this point, hell, they better hope they got anything left. But y'all own multiple companies in the drink industry.
Yeah, multiple brands.
In and outside the drink industry. You know what I'm saying? Y'all own them. You know what I'm saying? They're underneath your umbrella, however you want to call it. Bro, y'all got Truly. Y'all got any seltzer. I'm just trying to move more towards, I guess, what y'all trying to target at. You know what I'm saying? Because if any, you know what I'm saying?
Bud Light got a seltzer. You could
That's what I'm saying.
You're taking that.
Anything other than what you did. Because that's not who's drinking that drink.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? That's not who's drinking that drink. That's just like me taking a whole bunch of episodes of our podcast and putting them on USB drives and taking them to the nursing home. It ain't gonna fly.
It ain't gonna fly.
They don't want that. Nobody want to listen. No old group of people. No old people want to sit around and listen to us talk about these new sports. Shit on their generation. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to hear that.
What did he say about Michael Jordan? Man, fuck him.
Exactly.
Yo, what is it about old Kareem Elijah one?
Hey, I tell you, hey, Larry Bird would have put something on that young ass back in the day.
I got to preface certain comments before I read them. Not loud. Oh man, see, I don't even know. I ain't gonna get that. Yeah, go ahead and get that
Nope. Take it down.
out. That's the boy Brett be on one, man. But you can't do that, man. You cannot go away from your target audience. It's not gonna save you, especially
Nope.
if it's a product like that. You know what I'm saying? I see Bud Light cans in places that I'm never gonna see a transgender person. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And that's no knock to them again, but it's just the truth. You know what I'm saying? It's not that's not the drink of choice. You know what I'm saying? It's not even a lot of people drink of choice, but
No,
it's not the drink of choice
no,
for
but
sure.
here's the thing: it'd be different if you was in a niche industry where like you can do some stuff like that. Because if you want my product, I'm the only one you can come to get this.
Yeah,
You're in a beverage industry. You know what I'm saying? Especially every major city, hell, even a lot of small towns, there's a local brewery that make a beer that tastes similar to Bud Light, if not better than Bud Light. It's easy to
probably better.
switch. It's easy to switch. To prove a point, I cannot drink Bud Light. You know what I'm saying?
Easy.
That's easy because there's a shit ton of other choices. You know what I'm saying? Like Nike, they sponsored the same person, but guess what? I can tell you that Nike, everybody ain't talking about Nike because they didn't affect them. Because like if you wear Nike, you wear Nike. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So people gonna be, oh, I can't believe Nike has a transgender advertising sports bras. You still wearing your slides.
You still wearing slides.
You still wearing the slides. Nike ain't. We don't care. Because guess what? At the end of the day, when it comes to sports apparel, we are the sports apparel. We are them.
We are the standard.
There ain't much brands you can go to because you're not gonna go to Adidas. You're definitely not going to Under Armour.
Hey,
You ain't gonna go to Russell.
Let something happen to the Rock and Steph Curry, and y'all done.
That's
Done.
it. You know what I'm saying? So what you gonna do? That's why you don't see a lot of people really bitching about Nike because
Exactly. And it's kind of like you said too, though, because Nike having a transgender person modeling a sports bra or a transgender transgender person, you know, doing something womanly, or if it's vice versa the other way, you know what I'm saying, and they're doing something manly, it's not hurting the product because they're still gonna put that person in their target zone. You see what I'm saying? Like a transgender woman modeling a sports bra ain't gonna hurt them because women buy sports bras.
That's it.
Ding ding ding! Y'all hit the shit on the head. You know what I'm saying? They don't get mad at a dude, a girl that went to a guy for modeling the damn leggings or the tights. You know, she wear up under your shit because dudes wear that.
Yep.
They're just putting models out there at that point. But Bud Light, y'all went and complete other side of the stratosphere from who drinks your drink. And that's where it's a bad business model. It's not a bad ethical model that they went by.
It's a bad business plan.
It's just a bad business plan.
Because if like I said earlier, if that's what you were gonna do, you want to go that route, you got a ton of other brands that would fit that demographic. Or you just make you something.
Exactly.
You bring a whole bunch of people from that community and say, what do y'all drink? Oh, we like this and like this, and you a whole little focus group. All right, cool. We got y'all. Stay tuned. And then y'all drop that shit. Boom. Y'all give him his own drink. This is the Dylan Mulvaney drink. This is his official drink. And then you don't even got to put y'all's name on it.
Exactly. It's a whole other brand, and that's gonna do better.
Yep.
Than switching them. One.
Because now this is the official drink of the transgender community. We had a group of transgenders come in. They said, this is what we like. You know what? We got y'all. We're going to include y'all in our brand. Y'all got your own shit. Boom. Now when they go to the bar, I want that drink because I got to support my community.
Exactly. That y'all just won, and you still put the marketing out there. You know what I'm saying? You everything that you want to do accomplish, that I think you want to do accomplish by doing this. Hell, this might be the out for y'all, or the out for one of the people. You know what I'm saying, in the company. Yeah. It hit the fan, you get fired. That was their way out. Cool. You ain't want to do it no way, or whatever. But if y'all were truly trying to include the transgender community, this wasn't it. This wasn't it. Y'all dropped the ball on this one, man.
Yep. And, I mean, you know me, I'm not a big fan of. I don't like the whole Panda Olympics. Or
Yeah.
Panda Olympics. Don't pander to me. You know what I'm saying? If you know that a group of people is not your customer base, don't throw a Juneteenth flag on some shit. If you know black folks don't buy your shit, you don't have to.
Exactly.
Hey, look, man, when I look at my demographics, like less than 1% of black people buy my shit. I'm not doing anything for Juneteenth. I don't have to.
Don't have to. Because it's not gonna make black people buy your shit.
No, it's gonna make them be like, oh man, look, they trying too hard.
Exactly. Or it's just shit you don't buy.
Yeah.
Or it's just shit you don't buy. Like give me a mayo brand. What's a
what's
Hellman?
There's only one.
Hell, we don't even
It's
know the
only
name
one,
of the shit.
and it's Miracle Whip, baby.
That's it. But it's called what? Hillsman?
I ain't talking about Miracle Whip. That's salad dressing. If y'all didn't know, but I ain't talking about Miracle Whip.
You put it on there.
Yeah,
with the
I
turkey
use
in
it. Yeah, I use it. Yeah, I'm just saying. Mayo.
You ain't trying to group it.
No, it ain't the same. It ain't the same.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like mayonnaise.
What a mayonnaise brand, Hellman's, Kelman's, whatever it's called. If they go and slap a Juneteenth flag on their shit, it ain't gonna raise their sales. All right, no black people are gonna switch over and start using mayonnaise instead of Miracle Whip because you put a Juneteenth flag on.
Hey, you know what? Though we've been wrong all these years. That's mayo shit. It's best.
There they go right there.
Hellman.
Slapping a Juneteenth flag on there, changing the colors to black and orange and green and shit ain't gonna make black people buy that. Period. Point blank.
Nope. Now, if Miracle Whip did it, cool.
But I don't think it's gonna raise theirs because we already buying it.
No, but
I'm not gonna go fill my fridge with Miracle Whip.
No, but it would be like, hey, we appreciate y'all buying our brand. This is our solidarity to you.
Yeah, I see that.
Got you.
I'm about to say, but I ain't gonna stuff my fridge with Miracle Whip because you throw a flag on it.
No.
Who made the ice cream?
My mayonnaise.
Who made the ice cream?
Oh, Great Value.
Yeah,
see, they winning because we already buying that.
We already buying Great Value.
We already buying that. Especially when y'all went to licking Bluebell. We knew y'all wasn't licking the Great Value. You know what I'm saying? We're not licking the Great Value. Been buying that.
Hey, didn't Cam's mama have some Juneteenth ice cream?
Thanks.
He did.
I wouldn't share it.
It was fine. That's what I'm saying, man. I just it's a way to go at an audience. It's a way to go at your target. You know what I'm saying? But trying to just bring in a group or just trying to pander to a group, that's not the way to get it done, man.
Nope.
Oh, and hold on, let me preface that for everybody listening home. My parents' anniversary was Juneteenth. Let that be said. She wasn't out here trying to be no culture vulture. You know what? It's time to turn over a new leaf.
Time to turn over a new leaf.
But no, I see it all irritate the hell out of me. Like when I see certain brands just start you doing shit that like why? You know what I'm saying? Like what? That'd be like if Newport threw a dashiki on pack of Newport, like the pack of Newports was wearing a dashiki. Why? There's no need to do that.
There's no need to do it, but it would make sense though. That's another appreciation. But it shouldn't be no dashiki though.
Well, you know, they did like a couple summers ago. Hey, product knowledge. You know, they did like the graffiti packs, the art packs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
what
the whole idea behind that was what you call it. We took artists
inside scoop. We
took artists from around Winston-Salem and we had them design camel packs and Newport packs. As a matter of fact, we teamed up with I want to say Travis Scott was one of the people that helped design the graffiti Newport pack. And then we have these pop-up spots, which we don't have them here, but y'all might have like in Dallas. We have like the Camel Lounge and the Newport Lounge. You won't know. It'll literally be like a spot somewhere, and you just happen to walk in, and we took it over for the day, and it's like all like Newport themed out, you know, jazz music and shit like that.
Yeah, that's lit. Yeah, hey, it's so funny though because you know I talk about sports fans all the time, saying like when they talking about their team. Hey, you see that right there? He just gave y'all a perfect example. He's saying we because they writing the check. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You getting the check from that place, you can say we. If not, it's they and them. You know what I'm saying? Pronouns, get them right. It's big in 2023.
Right?
You get
Yo,
that weak
we-
sign. Check
we-
cleared.
Yeah, it's gotta be a check coming. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, hey man, it was a bad move on their part, man. They feeling it. They lost what $6 billion in 2 days. Like I can tell, bro, I can tell, hey bro, I can tell you now, bro. If you lose $6 billion, bro, everybody at the top is gone. Heads is rolling.
Yeah.
But
Everybody at the top is
but
gone.
see, here's the thing that I also don't like. People don't do their research. A lot of people start attacking the Anheuser-Busch family, and they had to come out and say, "Hey, look, man, we sold this Joker back in 2015. We don't even own this no more.
Yeah.
So don't they ain't got nothing to do with us."
Hey, I wasn't laughing at you. I'm gonna read this text message. God dang, you stupid. So Brett's still watching. Obviously. He said, like Patti LaBelle making a pie and labeling it white only.
Exactly.
About 35 miles.
About 35 miles. Hey, but for real though, that's just like Patti LaBelle if she was marketing her pies as you know what I'm saying, to a different demographic.
True.
That would be dumb.
That's what was the reason she made sweet potato, not pumpkin.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly, bro. It just
You know,
makes sense.
you know.
It just makes sense, man.
And people eating them things raw, man.
Raw. Scooping it out the store, man. Y'all nasty asses. Want y'all to know.
I saw a video dude say, "Hey man, I read this Patti LaBelle box, and they say you got to put this thing in the oven about 30 minutes. Man, y'all some bitch eat this dog raw." But see, now they don't. Back when they first came out, they was in the freezer. Now they already cooked.
Yeah, they got the red.
Yeah, they probably had to because people were getting sick. That's pie mix. That's egg in there, boy.
It's dairy product. You gotta bake that.
Man,
You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
what movie was that? American Gangster. That's alpaca. You gotta blot that
Block
shit.
that. You block that. You don't wipe that. You block that. But yeah,
yeah, I just think brands, man. A lot of the people at the top, they out of touch with their customer base, man. And that's why, like,
they are out of touch with their customer base, but it's not hard to figure it out. Like, I don't have to be involved with the company to even know that who my demographic is.
no, you don't.
You know what I'm saying? I can walk around the damn street and see who my demographic is.
Yep.
I don't get that shit. I just don't. I don't understand it. It was a bad move, bad business move. Put it like that.
Oh yeah, very, very. Like I said, when you lose $6 billion, but I can tell you now, if you are into the stock market and you want to invest in the stock, that'd be a stock that I would buy because they are going down. It's gonna go back up eventually. It'll go back up eventually.
4th of July.
Yeah.
They finna go stupid.
Hey, that's one thing about this land we live in, baby. You slap that flag on that thing.
I don't think that's gonna help me because they can't.
Crazy as hell.
No, because they came out with a commercial like saying had the Clydesdale horse running around
Too quick.
America.
Too quick. Ain't nothing gonna save you now. You got about a month or two. Ain't nothing gonna save you right now.
They tried to go complete blackout on social media, all that. But
ain't nothing gonna save you right now.
But you had too many conservative sites that was like, keep this shit going. Don't keep this shit in the loop. Like, don't let this shit die down.
That's what I'm saying. But it's gonna die. It's already starting to die. So it's gonna die out.
No, bro, I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you,
keep a watch on it.
In the Midwest, you have bars now that do not carry products.
And hey, I guarantee you, the month of July come around here, that can gonna be solid blue and in red letters, America. That's it. Game over. Bud Light back through the roof in everybody's fridge because they demographic can't resist that flag.
They're gonna have Morgan Freeman narrate the commercial.
Hell no, he better not.
You know,
He better go get Tom Hanks.
You know, Bud Light's always been about change and keeping America going.
You know who they're gonna get? They're gonna get Matthew.
Right,
Matthew McConaughey.
Mm-hmm.
Or what's the dude that be on that Yellowstone movie? The main character.
Oh, you talking about
Kevin
Kevin Costner. Kevin Costner.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, hey, because Yellowstone is big, and they're gonna have Kevin Costner walking around Yellowstone, the ranch. And he gonna stop and look at him and Rip, and they gonna crack open a can of Bud Light. Yellowstone Ranch. After a hard day's work, we crack open Bud Light. America first.
America first.
Hey, we the people.
No, I'm telling you, the Morgan Freeman would be good.
No, the Morgan Freeman would be good.
Both of them.
America, Bud Light has always been American made. I can't even do a good.
Yeah, is that Kenny Chesney?
Bud Light's always been American made. Hey, they didn't even gotta get. Hey, they ain't gotta get Morgan Freeman. They can get an AI bot to do Morgan Freeman.
They can. Hey, well, I know they better not call. They just. Who that? Darius Rucker?
Hey, if they're gonna do some AI, they want to make it legit. Make up some Burning Man. No, we sorry about that daggone beer can, man. That was weeks ago, man. Let this shit go, man. Doggone baby girl. I'm sorry I put you on the can, all right?
Bro, I just found right. They got a Morgan Freeman AI text to speech bot.
Oh, that's probably been out for years, hell.
You did Joker right now.
Everybody been wanting to get Morgan Freeman's voice forever. Morgan Freeman might have been gone a long time ago. We don't know who the hell that is.
Hey, when they did that Morgan Freeman reading that the letter LeBron wrote to Akron, man, it's where I was birthed. It's where I played. It's where I'm from.
It's where I'm from. Oh man, but no man. Hey, I hope they recoup. I think they recruit. The 4th of July is definitely a good time for them to recruit, man. They ain't going nowhere. We've seen it several times. Hell, Nike was supposed to be gone at one point. Y'all remember that?
No, but no, that's the thing. Even when like Kaepernick, everybody was pissed off at Nike. Oh, why are they getting involved in this? It didn't hurt Nike at all. Nike is
it ain't gonna hurt. It never hurts anybody.
No,
for the long haul.
No, I think Nike is one of those untouchable companies. But I think Bud Light, I think this might be the one. You're not gonna see them completely be gone, but their stock is gonna take a big hit
for a second. But look, bro, it's hey, what happened to the little who came out with the damn had the little teddy bears dressed in the shit sitting behind the kids and all that? That was just not too long ago.
Who?
One of these companies, man, one of these designer companies.
Oh, Balenciaga
ain't skipped a beat. Ain't skipped a beat.
Yeah, but the people that's buying, the people that was complaining about it, don't buy it. So it was.
I'm just saying, it always goes away. Even if let's just say all the celebrities and everything like, oh, we ain't buying Balenciaga off that shit. They be buying it by now. They be wearing it again by now. New season drop. Oh, we gotta have that. Yeah. Little bit, like it's gonna happen. Any company that's come out, we've all come out and said we banning them. We back on it. Speaking of LeBron James, hell, he went to Miami. They burning his jersey. Now they love him. That's what we do. We're trash. I don't know how many times I gotta say that. We poo cheese. We don't stand on our ground. We don't stick to our words. We don't none of that. It's Kid Rock himself will have a fridge full of Bud Light by 4th of July.
I bet he won't.
Man, we won't know. We won't know it.
He might already.
Yeah, he might be already cracking on. I'm just gonna put a sleeve on him. Type shit.
Hey, after he got done shooting, he went over to see which can was left. Let me give you one of these things.
Had to put that out there. He said, we know Nick be on that Bud Light. That is false. You know what I drank. It ain't no Bud Light. So I got a fridge full. There you go, Michelob Ultra. I drank one yesterday and didn't feel any different.
And that's an Anheuser-Busch product. Like, it was funny because I was at a gas station and this guy, he made a point. I don't drink no, I ain't support Anheuser-Busch. I don't drink no Bud Light, no Budweiser, da-da-da. Guess what he was buying?
Michelob.
2 Bangs. I said, hey, Bang is owned by Anheuser-Busch. Yeah, it ain't. Look on the back. Look on the back. Look on the back of the can. That eagle, That's Anheuser-Busch, baby.
Oh.
Anheuser-Busch.
Oh.
Sorry. Oh, I didn't know that, but he still bought them.
But say, go put that shit back.
Hey,
Get your Red Bull cup.
Because me and Nick talked about it last week. There's a whole lot of energy drinks out there, but that bang gets you
Hit
right.
different. It's gonna hit different.
And I don't know about down there, but I know up here, shit, bang right now is two for $3.
Shit, hell no, that's 3. That's 1 down here. 329, something like that.
Two for $3.
Easy Mart just having their way.
I having their way, boy. Hey,
Well, I'm telling you, hey, back in my day, boy, I wish I was to give NIL deals. I sure would have been an Easy Mart. They gave me an NIL deal, baby. I don't know. Hey, Pharrellin, baby. Hey, after a good hard game, and I'm sitting down reflecting, watching film. I grabbed me a Fluellen?
no, that's somebody's last name. It's Fire.
Fire. Give me a Fire medium roast.
I just want to be on the damn.
I feel like that full with hot cocoa.
I just want to be back there on the damn little drink machine.
Hey, that's Nick Reed, big slurp. Hey.
That definitely would not be my name, but yeah, I feel you know.
Oh no.
I feel you know. You know what I'm about? But no. That shit, hey, I definitely would have been trying to get in that thing, no cap. But hey, man. At this time, man, the doors of the church is wide open, man. If you want to come on and talk to us, man, just say hey to your folks. Tell us what you got going on in your organizations, any events coming up soon, man. Just let us know. Hit that link.
Link in the chat.
Link in the chat, man.
Speaking of that, my Salt and Pepper twin said he was coming up on here tonight. I'm looking for him.
There's a reason why he did not, but I can't remember what it was. I remember him talking about it today when I went to go pick up Nora. But no,
have anything to do with the happenings of last evening?
Oh no, it did not. But boy.
No, I ain't gonna do it for the bad.
Oh no, we're gonna do it for the bad. But oh man, it was hilarious. Shout out, my guy Big Feed.
He make that test.
I told him, I forgot about that. I didn't talk to him first today. I talked to him this morning. That's it. I had to try to wake him up for his test, man. Big Feed, get your life right. But yeah, man, the doors of the church is open. You want to come on, say something, any rebuttals, any comments, any questions, concerns, anything y'all want to hear us talk about next week, anything like that, man. Hit us up in the description or the chat and come on here.
It don't matter if you don't want to hear about it because we don't care.
Just so y'all know, that whole Anheuser-Busch thing, it was not in the notes. That was all off the top of the dome. Well, all this shit's off the top of the dome. Ain't none of this is scripted.
Off the dome. But no, that's been a big situation though. That's been a big situation. I'm ready for the Freaknik
documentary.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or the party. Documentary or the real life. If it happens again, you gotta go because it's only gonna happen once.
It's gonna happen one time. It's gonna be a one-time deal.
Just have your mind right.
Hey, I don't even know if I would want to be out there around it. I think it's gonna be a bloodbath.
It could be. Hey, have you seen Air?
Not yet.
Me either. I heard it's good, but I ain't seen it. Why y'all? I think it's already come out yet, but I didn't. Or like I haven't read into it or whatever. But why is Michael Jordan not in the movie?
Probably because they couldn't afford it.
Facts, yeah.
Couldn't afford it. That's what they got. That's crazy. They got some big time actors in that hoe, and they couldn't. And his price was higher.
Well, I think, my opinion, and I'm not that guy, so whatever. I think, I really think that he, like with the movie, what was it called, Last Dance?
Yeah,
that came out. I think his story and the Jordan Brand shoes have now possibly overshadowed Nike, and this was more for them.
Nope. I looked it up. So Ben Affleck, who wrote and directed the movie, he said it was a deliberate choice. I thought he was too majestic to have anyone impersonate him, and as I told him, you're too old to play the part.
Mm.
So to Ben Affleck, he's just too damn big for him to play in the movie. Well, he's too big to have somebody play him and not look like him.
Yeah.
Yeah, too
Damn.
iconic to have a look-alike, and nobody
Yep.
could. Yeah, that makes
Okay,
sense.
should have AI generated his ass.
Yeah, but yeah, that could have. But
Or
hey,
Nike just had to remind y'all one time for the one time.
I like Cam's version better. But I mean, I like the fact that
That's a good PR statement for sure.
yeah.
Or Ben Affleck lying and Jordan was like, if you want me in this movie, I'm gonna need 10 of them things.
I just think I think honestly, it's just a lifelong thing that we've always heard that Jordan is truly an asshole.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that just has to be it. Like he just truly is an asshole. They brought up the movie to him. He was probably like all these stipulations and shit, and it's not cause for that. We can tell the story without you.
Yep.
We can tell
He wasn't shown at a movie about him signing with Nike. He was not shown at all in the movie. Not even the person that looked like him. Like it was a Jordan movie without Jordan.
Not even a bald head person from the back.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? Signing the paper. None of that.
So no,
That's
I've heard good reviews about it, but then also the people that don't like it are people who don't understand. They don't understand it. Why would a company go after him so hard? Like it's just shoes.
Yeah, because it's 2023, and them shoes can drop today, and go for whatever price they want them to go for. That's why they went after them.
Yep.
They shock dropped the ugliest pair of Jordans that's come out this year yesterday, and before I could even argue, no, I'm not going to get them. They were sold out.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. That's why they went after him. It's the same reason why when LeBron signed out of high school, they gave him the biggest deal they ever gave.
Yep.
Nike ain't no fool.
And I think that's what the whole movie was about, to showcase their marketing genius. Like, we did this.
Bro, they spend more money on marketing than anything.
Oh, I believe that. I get 8 texts from them a day, and that is no lie.
Hey, you don't tell me a sporting event that you didn't watch and you ain't see no checks.
Nope.
No, and I ain't talking about on nobody's feet or on their jersey.
Bro,
like the commercial, on the sideline, on the video board. It's gonna be some Nike stuff out
somewhere. Bro, last year Nike spent $3.85 billion on advertising. That's more than some companies spend on a product.
That's more than most companies make.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So yeah, Nike.
They spent more than Under Armour made.
Straight like that.
I wonder how much Under Armour made last year.
No, they probably made it. They probably made a bill. Their baseball shit is expensive. Well, all that shit is expensive. But nah, they made some money.
How much you think? How much did they make last year?
At least a bill.
At least a bill. 5.8.
Yeah. I'm about to say at least a bill.
And Nike spent 3.8 on advertising?
Yeah. All right, what did Nike make last year? Guaranteed that's up there.
Oh, facts.
Shit, half of it's in this room.
Take a look around.
Y'all want to know how much they made?
How much?
Oh, can't go that way.
200 bill.
50.6.
$50 billion. That little 3 was
and that was a 4.8 increase from 2021.
And that's after Memphis robbed their ass blind.
For real though, because I was 20 something. I was 20. Something like that.
With 20K?
20 mil. Wasn't it?
It was 18, I forget what the number was. It was a whole shipping yard.
Yeah. 18 or 20 trucks or some shit like that.
Jumpsuits and the Memphis 11s, not chicks.
And them blue 4s.
Yeah.
How much y'all think it cost them to make a pair of shoes?
Probably $8. Hell. $25.
For like the higher end stuff with like the real leather and suede on there, like for the upper level shoes, probably max $11. And then like
$15.
regular
$15 is the cost their highest grossing shoe, it cost them $15 a pair.
Which
And that's
probably some ones.
that's your Armaniers, that's your Travis Scott's, like that's the cream of the crop stuff. Like this stuff you go get it at Academy.
Oh no. I think it says for all their shoes over $100, it costs them $28.50. And that's if that shoe retails at $100.
They don't got a shoe under $100 probably.
So yeah, so
Hey, for the sake of people listening, they all under 100.
Yeah, the Monarchs 110.
I had folks count my pocket.
what the Cortez called?
I remember they used to be $99.99. Now that's been a few years ago.
Exactly. So now you just bump that on up 30. You know what I'm saying? Like Nike gonna make their bread regardless. I don't care what they do. They can come out right now and say
$100. They $100 flat.
Hey, Nike can come out right now and say, "Hey, y'all black folks ain't shit." I guarantee you, that shit gonna go up.
Yes,
It's gonna go up.
No,
bro.
I had this conversation a while back. I said some companies, I think they do shit deliberately to see what'll happen. Let's test waters and do some shit. Like Gucci, like when they had that kid with that coolest monkey in the class T-shirt. Let's see how the community reacts.
I think that was just a miss.
I think there's too many people that's paid way too much money to miss some shit like that.
No, they ain't paid to catch that, because that was just a kid in a shirt to them.
Uncle Craig, shout out
Of
Uncle
course,
Craig.
it's not expensive for Craig. He probably got a lifetime deal. As long as he been wearing them jokers. You gonna
Black
keep
and
coming
white.
back? You gonna keep coming back? Oh, let's take these.
If y'all need a commercial.
Yeah, good old job. Hey, for real though, if Nike can sell the Monarchs for 110 or whatever they're going for right now, they can sell us anything.
Yes.
They can sell us anything. I mean, I brought this up to Cam the other day. Y'all remember the Roshi runs?
Yeah.
And that was a piece of rubber and some of your grandma's old bed sheet and some shoestrings laid on top. And they was busting us down for the 150. And we was paying it.
Bro, some brands got it, bro. Some brands got it.
Hey, New Balance must have it right now, because they got they got a pair of jeans that they done ripped up and plastered over the shoe, and everybody going nuts. I was like, this the one that sold out?
Hey, New Balances, they got their kind of like their big with the whole dad shoe. Those them
Yeah, that's why but Nike wasn't going for that.
Them 2047s.
Bro, you could literally 5 years ago, you could get a pair of Nike Monarchs at Payless for $25. All right. New Balance started making a little wave, and Nike said, "Oh, hell no. We ain't coming out with a new shoe. We just gonna have all these cats that y'all like rock the Monarchs one time for the one time. The dad shoe."
Got Jack Harlow.
And it was over with.
No, you can get on Amazon for $57.
Them Wook arcs. Look at them.
Hey, look at the New Balance.
I was saying, look who
my
at the top. Look who at the
God.
top right there. Look who at the it's right there beside it. I'm telling you, Nike ain't going for this shit.
Somebody clocking into McDonald's right now with them black pants.
A non-slip for the working man.
Ooh. There you go, Cam.
Hey, no kizzy. Remember when we found that website?
Yeah.
We found that website that was selling shoes just like that right there, boy. Them actually Adidas though.
They are?
Yeah, but they whoop. Gotta be.
Lightweight casual shoe.
Fuchsia time.
Yeah. Hey, because if you go to the real shoe, them letters probably say something. Like in real life. Like on the real shoe. But on them shoes, it's just a bunch of letters. I be seeing people wearing that shit all the time. I'm like, I see you, bro. Hey, well, you know what's wild though? I'm glad you brought that shoe up right there.
With this one?
Yeah, because that's Dave's shoes, Mama 24 men's wide shoe.
Look, look what it said on this.
I see it. That's a Balenciaga shoe though.
Oh, for real?
Like, I don't know if it actually is, but that's what we're buying.
That's what they're modeling after. Yeah.
This is what we're buying right now. Like these are like some of the top sneakers right now, especially like for our wives and stuff like that. Like they're all wearing this shoe. No matter the brand. Oh hell no, not that shoe. But they all wearing that stylish shoe,
baby.
And they're paying top dollars, $500 or $600, $700, $1,000 for that. $129 shoe because it say I love Kobe. I ain't gonna slide on Dave's shoe because I don't know Dave.
I don't know Dave like that.
It's some wild sneakers out there right now, man. Hey, have y'all seen the backward shoes?
No.
Oh.
Mischief's at it again, bro. And so who had them on the sideline the other night at the basketball game? I can't remember. Somebody like Donald Glover or somebody. But bro,
the backward shoe.
It's literally where you would put your foot inside of a shoe. Type it in, Mischief, backward shoe. It's gonna pop up. Where you would put your foot inside of the shoe, right, is at the front of the shoe. You can wear them either way, but you can put your foot in the back and like I don't know. Pull it up, bro. Pull it up, man.
MSCHF.
There they are, right there.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it, right there, bro. Right there to the side. You can't make it bigger.
Yeah,
and it was him wearing it. Bro, come on, man. What are we doing?
Hey, Jordan gonna get on them because them kind of look like fives at the bottom of me.
What are we doing here, bro?
They kind of look like some Adidas at the top.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro, they have the designers in these rooms that just, man, throw some shit on the wall and see what happens.
The back,
because it don't cost them shit to make them.
Exactly. It's stupid. It's dumb. That's the dumb shoe. That's a dumb shoe. They just got the entire Japanese markets too with them signing show out. Oh my goodness. Yep, they sure did. They sure did.
Who, Mischief?
They just signed Otani.
There you go.
It's over with. He God over there.
Yep.
For sure. Hey man, but it's time for one of my favorite parts of the show, man. That's the mental health checks. I gotta know, man, what's been going on with y'all, man. How y'all feeling, man? Personally, body wise, physically, you been in the gym, taking care of yourself, man, or financially, what you got coming next, man?
All right, well, physically, man, I've taken a couple days off from the gym because my back, whatever I pulled in my back just been bothering me. So I took a couple of days off. I couldn't even pull my bow back at one point in time. Like, it was just hurting. I was just fighting through it because I need to get the reps in, but it was just hurting. So took a couple of days off, actually about a week, and I'm feeling a whole lot better. So physically, man, I'm sitting at probably about an 8 right now. Mentally, man, I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm sitting at about a 5 because I got all these different emotions, man. Like, do I want to quit my job and just do all this podcast and a ton of shit full time, and don't want to sell my house and all that stuff? So I'm just kind of all over the place right now. So about a 5 mentally, and then business wise, man, like I said, the Dread Archer podcast, man, it's going nuts right now. Started doing a new thing, just seeing, kind of testing the waters on the reels, not reels, but the YouTube shorts. And damn, man, within what's been less than a week, and I've gained like 20 subscribers on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And I think my first reel, it had like 50 views. The second one got like 300 something. The next one 500, 700, 800,000. So I mean, I think I'm trying to figure out how to crack this algorithm. You know what I'm saying, and get it big. But business wise, man, hopefully we make this trip to Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Take over the Carbon TV headquarters and do our thing. And who knows, that might turn into something in itself. You know what I'm saying?
Say when.
That's we'll know something tomorrow. I can tell you that. And so business wise, man, I'm at a 10, man. Green arrow's going up always.
Most definitely. Cam, what you got?
Man, physically, knees getting better. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I'm feeling good. The weather's kind of being nice. It's not hot. You know what I'm saying? Get a little breeze. I'm getting adjusted to this pollen and dust and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, man, physically I'm good. Uh, Financially, man, we made it through another month of bills. You know what I'm saying? Made it through some new shoe releases. So everything is everything. We're still good. So man, can't complain. Payday's always right around the corner or just hit. So we'll keep on, man. Keep on making it. Mentally, man, for about the past week ish, I just kind of been, I don't know, this little dark cloud. You know, Lumina, we were talking about that yesterday, and I didn't think about it, man. It's something that you don't really consider. But you said it was like, man, we did a pie last week, and we didn't get to talking, and man, I can tell you sitting here right now, just after this past couple hours, 2.5 hours to be exact, man, I feel better, recharged. Had a little, you know what I'm saying, these little moments, you know, stuff with the social media, like you was talking about, his shares and stuff, man. Just those little sparks, man, they just do so much for your mental, just to give you that drive to keep going. And shout out to the Sneak Disc Sneaker Podcast. I was listening to a few of their episodes a few while back, and it was close to Air Max Day, and he was like, "Don't come at me talking about, you know, Air Max collector if you ain't got no gold bullets, no silver bullets." And I was like, "Oh, you talking shit about me?" So I got my gold bullets in today, and took them straight out the box and put them on my feet and wore them out. And man, Nick took me a dope picture and put on my Instagram. And I tagged him, and I was like, "I guess I'm an official collector now." And he liked it and commented and shared it to his story. And I think I run up about 1,800 followers in about the past 6 hours.
Mm, mm.
We in the 6K club, baby. We in there now.
Let's go, baby. Welcome. Welcome. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to the 6K club, man. Now next goal, you on the same goal as me now. That's 65.
Yeah.
That's 65, man. I can't crack it. Man.
Hey, hey, let me let's make it to Detroit. And
All right, if we get to Detroit, hey man, not if when we because we going.
when
We
go
going.
to Detroit, I know they got some shit up there. Private selection, man. Y'all seen what y'all got. Wait till you see what's coming.
I'm telling you, man. That's gonna be Oh, that'll be stupid. I'm ready for that too, for sure. Were you done with your mental health?
But yeah, So I said all that to say. Yeah, so you know, if you'd asked me 3 hours ago where I was at, I probably would have gave you about a 4 mentally, but I'm probably back up to about 8.5 right now. All the world's problems ain't solved, but I feel better about myself. So
Already.
Most definitely, man. Most definitely. Yeah, missing the pod. It's just like we get on that schedule. You know, we're so
It threw my
creatures
week
of
off,
habit.
and
Yeah,
it was a Wednesday. That next Friday, that Thursday and Friday, I'm like, man, well, I'm lost, man.
exactly. Like it's just we're creatures of habit, so it becomes a habit. We get on here and we talk. We say what we gotta say. We laugh. You know what I'm saying? It's just a equivalent to some people. They got to go to the bar to get it. You know what I'm saying? They got to go to the club to get it. They got to go to a friend's house to get it or whatever. Um, but we get it. We get to do it right here, which is one of the reasons we started doing it. You know what I'm saying? So, as much as I don't want to miss, and it sucked to miss last week, whatever, but to hear y'all feel the same way that I felt about missing, you know what I'm saying? That's also a little boost up too. Like you ain't tripping, you know what I'm saying? That really was legit. Like that was a legit feeling you felt right there.
Yeah.
But myself, man, you know, personally, I kind of been in that same type of spot too, where nothing's really wrong. But some days you wake up and you get out the bed and you just like you ready to attack the day. You know what I'm saying? But it hadn't been like that for me recently. You know what I'm saying? I've been getting up and like, damn, I gotta go do this today.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta force yourself to do it.
Exactly. So it's definitely been a trying time for me right now.
although
Mentally.
I will say, proof's in the pudding. Sometimes you force a little something out, it gonna go. Here it go.
For real though. For real, man. So I'm just slowly trying to climb out of that. I used to call me and my boys used to say all the time, like, that was holes. You fall into these holes, right? or whatever. You got to climb back out of these holes. So I've fallen into a hole here recently, trying to climb up out of it. Nothing's really wrong, but it's not right either. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah.
that type of feeling. Um, Obviously, whenever stuff like that, like you get a huge podcast like the Sneak Dish podcast, they like your stuff. They tag or they post you on their story, or whatever. That's the boost. You know what I'm saying? For me, my recent boost, was the T Hunt, the T Hunt video. You know what I'm saying? It's going crazy right now on social media, and that I was just sitting back and thinking, like, man, that video could possibly, could come across, one of these NFL scouts, and
Yeah, 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 yeah.
hit him on another personal level. You know what I'm saying? And that's the reason why one of the reasons why he might get signed and stuff like that. So like, are you doing something out here? You know what I'm saying? Like, it just put a little perspective on me. Okay, you doing something, you still helping somebody. So that video right there probably, gave me the little boost I needed, and obviously getting on here and just bullshitting with y'all for the past 2.5 hours. You know what I'm saying? Definitely put a boost in it. Like Cam said, everything ain't solved, but it's a little bit better, right? So I'm gonna give myself about a 7 right there. Physically, hey, tough right now. You boy, I didn't kick back. I didn't kick back on the little, eating right or eating better, I should say. Anyway, man, it's just been straight chicken and rice salad for me. I had a little wrap today too, man. But other than that, straight up. So I'm getting back slowly sliding into getting my physical back right, man. And I think that's a big part of the mental as well, man. Is if you used to be in a certain way, you know what I'm saying, and you start looking around, all of a sudden you ain't that way, and this ain't
Yep.
fitting, and that ain't fitting. It might be a little different on you. So that could be a part of it. So we gonna change there. It's just taking certain little steps. So changing the physical, back on the eating right, man. So we good right there. So I'm gonna give myself about a 6, 7 right there on the physical. And then business wise, man, hey, I couldn't be more happy. Obviously, last week was a down moment, but we back and rolling right here, man. Episode 12. The Carbon TV deal is really heavy on my mind right now. I got a ton of ideas, and I just want to make it happen. I feel like that's gonna be a huge move for
Oh
both
yeah.
podcasts, man. Um, and it's just some on the horizon. When you got some on the horizon that you're going after, it's a little bit different.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
So
I'm telling you, I sit like every store that I go to, I was like, man, because this be the last store I call Troy, say I'm done, bro. which it won't be that easy, but just like, hey man, hey, but here's the thing though. I worked with him the other day and he was like, yo, when you gonna lead this shit and do this podcast shit full time? Like my boss is like, yo, he see potential in this shit. Like, yo, you got something, bro.
exactly,
I'm
bro.
hella envious of that, man.
So he like, hey man, when you gonna dip out and do this shit full time? Because every time I talk to him, that's all we talk about. We work all day. So I talked to him today, same shit. Man, when you gonna dip, man? I know it's coming.
Don childish. But yeah, bro, that's definitely the goal. You know what I'm saying? That's the goal. We all want to get to that point, especially to be able to sit around and do this full time. To be able to go out and just shoot what we want to shoot and be where we want to be, man, will be definitely a blessing. Um, Definitely something I want to see in my future, and I know the same thing for y'all, man. I want to do this. That's what I want to do. Obviously, y'all know what I do outside of this with the pictures and the video. Cam, same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like living that lifestyle is definitely a dream that I have. Not all hadn't always been a dream. Never thought I'd pick up a camera. Never thought I'd be sitting in front of a camera for 3 hours on a Wednesday talking to y'all. You know what I'm saying, in front of whoever want to watch it. Um, but it's definitely a goal now, and definitely a dream now that I want to accomplish, and it's gonna happen. I'm stamping it. We've been rolling this long. Really hadn't even been long, but
No, bro. I
we've
mean,
been rolling.
really, like what the pandemic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Is when it started. And bro, I got it over here, right here. The Joker right here, boy, got some legendary episodes. I'm talking about the Zencaster days, boy.
That's just, bro. I could not think of that streaming platform the other day.
Hey, the Zencaster days, bro.
Man,
Let me tell you how hot we was on Zencaster. They still email me saying, "Hey, man, when y'all coming back over?"
We miss you.
Yeah. We talk. Listen, hadn't recorded an episode in this many days.
Yeah, because we moved on.
in order to be a successful podcast, you need to. Hey, bro, we've been past y'all.
Hold up. Pump your brakes, pimping.
I should tell them, hey, we over on StreamYard. Unless y'all got some kind of deal going, we gonna stay over here.
Shout out to the StreamYards, man.
Hey, facts.
StreamYards pop up on everything, man. I be on hunting websites. StreamYards pop up on why y'all over here?
Because you over here.
We followed you. Literally.
Hey, what you doing over here? We trying to make sure you ain't trying to.
Hey, I can tell you now. Hey, if they seen an influx of hunters doing hunting podcasts on StreamYards, is because of Dreaded Archer. Because I cannot tell you how many people hit me up. Hey man, what platform you be using? StreamYard. Is it free? It's free, but you ain't gonna get shit out the free deal. You better pay for it.
I know somebody a hunting thing that you might have had a little reflection on. Well, that I was finna get hooked up on, and we ain't gonna spoil nothing. But
big
season
facts.
2 coming soon.
Hey, big facts, and that's a direct line. That's a direct line to the Dread Archer podcast right there, man. So, hey, we rolling. And, hey, as long as we rolling, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Yep. We gonna find out where we fit in. This trip to Detroit is gonna be epic. I know I always say this whenever we get ready to travel and stuff like that, or whatever. And I'll be like, "Hey, we gonna film everything, and we gonna be on live." And then I'm an in the moment type of cat. So once we really get the juices rolling and everything like that, I forget about the camera a lot of the time.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie.
That's 100%.
But when this Detroit trip happens, I am going to make it a mission of mine to keep that thing rolling for y'all, man. And come back
like Curtis Snow. Don't cut this something, y'all.
Don't cut it off, man. Try to keep it rolling for y'all and just get as much footage as we can. It's gonna be stupid trip. Anytime we all get together, it's always stupid anyway. So,
bro, I'm thinking this summer has potential to be big for both platforms, man. Both platforms, because I'm telling you, I already got people saying that they want to link up at Tech. Already saying, yo, bring your shit, because I want to sit down. We're gonna talk. Cool. Like going to Detroit, that's gonna be big. That's gonna be big. Because we ain't hanging out with just anybody. We hanging out with the president of Carbon TV.
Exactly, man. I can't wait. So, hey, Miss Julie McQueen, if you slide by the Read Talk Listen podcast and you make it all the way this far, I can't wait to meet you. I know you already listened to my episode. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, we got some stuff to work out. All right.
Oh, I ain't talking about. Hey, I can't, man. I ain't gonna spoil it. I just when I send all that stuff out. Hey, man, you already know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You got. I mean, I guess you can't talk about it, but that's gonna be legit.
Ooh.
It's gonna be legit. It's gonna be legit. It's gonna be a little bit of some new art. I like that. I wish I could talk about it now. You shouldn't even brought it up, man. Anyway, y'all got any last words for the people?
Hey man, I'm gonna stick to my
StockX. Yeah, they don't know it.
I'm gonna stick to my same old thing, man. If you got something out there that you're trying to do, you know what I'm saying, and be successful in it, find the price and pay it.
Got to.
Absolutely, man. Just to piggyback off that, man. Believe in yourself and keep pushing. And man, for the people that's watching, the people that's listening, man. For real, man. Shout out to y'all, man, because there's tons of people. Well, I ain't gonna say tons of people. There's a few people that are gonna be audible because a lot of people don't want to see you make it. There's a few that's gonna be audible, and that shit will tear you down and make you not want to keep going. But man, just seeing people interact in the comments, I mean, there's a million other things you could be doing at 11 o'clock on a Wednesday night. You know what I'm saying? I understand life, it is what it is, but man, I greatly appreciate y'all. I know I speak for everybody when I say, man, you really out here fulfilling a hobby and an empty spot in our lives and pushing it further and further towards fulfilling something even bigger. So for everybody here on this screen that you can't see that you hear the sound of our voice, man, it's all about y'all, man. It's all for y'all. I was lucky enough to befriend a cool cat that him and his brother like to talk a lot, and they think I'm funny, and they fuck with me. So sometimes the lottery ain't always about picking numbers.
Always,
Big
man.
facts, man. Big
Oh, hey,
facts.
before you go, Nick, and I'm gonna tell another thing. Hey, don't be afraid to make a sacrifice, man. Because in order to be successful, you gotta make some sacrifices, and it's some of that shit tough. It's hard. It's hard leaving a job or buying that piece of equipment or not going out so you can buy this and buy that. You just gotta make the sacrifice, man. Getting up and doing stuff when you don't want to do it. Just
Exactly.
make that sacrifice, and I promise that storm gonna pass and there's light at the end of the tunnel.
Exactly. It's so cliche to say it. But hard work it really will pay off. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? You gotta stay patient, you gotta stay consistent. All the cliches that you heard your entire life really come into effect. Nothing easy was ever worth getting. All the cliches. And they go into effect, man. And it's all like a mindset. It's a mindset deal. You know what I'm saying? Like you have that mindset that where everything you doing is gonna pay off. You got that mindset that you know what I'm saying. You really putting that time in. It's gonna work. It's gonna work. You know what I'm saying? So just keep it rocking. I remember whenever I got my first mic. I remember when we was using the laptops. Wasn't no iMacs, wasn't no Mac Minis. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't
None of
none of
that
that.
shit. No
Wasn't no
cameras. None of
no
that.
exactly no cameras. I'm gonna say no Sony A7 threes. You know what I'm saying? Definitely wasn't none of that. It wasn't no hot mics. It was a little stand up, boom mic. Actually, matter of fact, our first few shows, if y'all remember our first few shows on video, I was using the Xbox mic so I could have the microphone right here. You know what I'm saying? So like it don't start immediately at the point you want to go. It's not gonna start like that. If it is, more power to you.
Hey, Trey Rocket Cannon. So you doing all right?
Yeah, Trey Rocket
Yeah,
Cannon.
I
Trey
got a
Rocket Cannon.
Canon.
Trey Rocket Cannon. When I say Sony, I'm just speaking for the down south crew. I can't speak for the Midwest. You know what I'm saying? But no, man. This equipment and everything didn't just come up overnight. None of that. Even the skill set. I mean, we was talking to each other on the phone first, is where the podcast really started. It was on the phone. And then we moved over to just the audio. And there's countless.
Hey, but you got think about it though. It was Zencaster. Then let me FaceTime you so we can see you talking.
Oh my god. That's a whole nother episode worth of talking, but I'll make it quick. Just so we can see each other, how we're seeing each other right now, and it wouldn't mess up the flow of the conversation. We would hop on Zencaster, set everything up, put the headphones on, and then we would set our phones to the side and get on Skype or FaceTime or whatever it was. And, and so we could see each other talking. And it wouldn't be weird.
Because the computer was so trash, you couldn't run Skype and Zencaster. That shit was gonna crash. So hey, we had to make it shake, man. Make
Exactly,
it shake.
man.
Put that
And
phone
also,
on mute.
better put it on mute for real. Do not disturb. But I do want to give a shout out, man, to the guys over at Armchair Media, man. Guys, LJ and Kevin and Lifford over there, man. Because without them, I don't even know if we'd be doing this right now.
No, because they put us on.
We wanted to do a podcast for a long time. We ran into some old friends that we grew up with. They was already doing the podcast. Just Press Play. If y'all want to go check that out. Just Press Play podcast, man. It's real similar to what we do. It's talk sports and just bullshitting. They're all families, 2 sons and their dad. But we ran into them. They knew we wanted to start a podcast. They brought us onto their podcast, and the rest is what you see here, man.
Yep.
So y'all might be listening to this podcast right now. Y'all might tune in every once in a while, tune in every week, and at the end of every episode, we tell y'all, go chase your dream, go buy the equipment, make the sacrifice, whatever we tell y'all, it's legit. Go get it. Go get the equipment. First of all, that's first and foremost.
Yep.
I've seen plenty of podcasts, even had people hit me up asking what we use. I will give you what we use.
Yep.
I tell you, I can't give you what we use, but I'll tell you what we use.
Yeah, give you the recipe.
Yeah. Tell you what we use. Go get it, and you can at least start there. That's gonna start miles ahead of where we started, right there.
Yep.
All right, so make sure y'all paying attention, man. When somebody telling y'all something, take heed. 2023, it's gonna be a weird time. I'm letting y'all know this now. 2023, the rest of this year is gonna be weird. 2024, it's gonna be even more weird. All right. Get you a circle, lock it down, lock it in, And that's where you remain. Y'all take care of each other. Y'all check on each other. Y'all keep everybody good and keep pushing, man. I'm in like 3 or 4 group texts, major ones. I'm in a bunch, but I'm in like 3 or 4 major group texts. One of them being the Grove Boys group text. And you can scroll down through there. And yeah, we get into conversations every now and then when we go off the rails and we just chatting it up and talking. But for the most part, it's checking on happy birthdays, what the kids up to. You know what I'm saying? Or if the kid's doing something, send it out so we can all, you know what I'm saying, whatever. And that's the type of lifestyle that we're gonna have to start getting into if we want to make it in this place.
Yep.
Because the where we're going right now is straight division. Everything is divided, all that good stuff. Find you a group, take care of each other, and let's keep it rocking, man. If y'all want to do something, jump out there and let's get it.
For sure.
I feel like it was some more to be said, so I was gonna let y'all have it.
Oh no, you know shit. You nail on the head right there.
Hey man, y'all know I gotta say stay vigilant as well. Hey, make sure you know who your kids playing with. Make sure you know the parents of the kids your kids playing with. When y'all women, it's getting hot. Y'all know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? Y'all coming out of the store late night with the kids. Hey, even in the middle of the day with the kids, know who around you. See, if that dude follows you in the store, if that woman follows you in the store, and they was everywhere you was at, and then you get outside and they outside, make sure you recognize that. You see that. You know what I'm saying? Keep your kids a little bit closer. When y'all get big, don't forget about us. I can carry your camera. We ain't forgetting about nobody, man. The same crew that's been rocking gonna be rocking.
Always.
That's all there is to it.
I'm finna come do donuts in Rice Land parking lot, Joe Dirt style. He done.
With all that being said, man, this is season 5, episode 12 of the Reed Talking Listen podcast. I am your host, Nick Reed, along with my brother and co-host Trey Reed. Killer Cam on the 1s and 2s. We are out.
What? I mean, it's been turning on with her. The girl around us and she loving her. If we don't know you, don't go close to her.